Wait.
Wait, we're playing.
Wait.
Yeah,
We have something first. Hello and welcome to Dean Donuts. Everyone, get your donuts ready.
I don't have donuts. You told me to do that when I'd
I
been
know.
up for like 28 hours straight.
That's why I'm on my camera right now, and we're streaming live on the camera for now. Everyone, good donuts.
I got a chocolate donut.
I do have a chocolate donut. I have protein pancakes with a hole cut in the middle because I'm carb-free. I don't know what y'all are doing.
If anyone wants to join me in the live streaming of donut eating.
It so quickly went away from donuts. Yeah, I protein pancakes with a hole cut in them. Biscuits.
There you go.
Rolo donuts. So that'll be for later.
I've not got my webcam connected up. Otherwise, I'm eating a kebab meat and chip wrap thing.
Wow.
I mean, if you form it into a circle, it could be a kebab donut.
One
I mean,
kebabs now.
good
I
thing.
haven't eaten for ages.
Technically,
Because
we've already made the circle round someone in the middle. Oh,
Does this mean bagels a donut?
Chris is the donut in the middle now. It changes who's in the middle.
As is appropriate.
Now it's back to Ben. All right.
Spelled TTRPG wrong. I'm an idiot. I spelled it with an H.
Let's switch this one back to.
What are the things for you?
Also, thank you for reminding us of Dean Donuts. Otherwise, I would have forgotten I had donuts until like most of the way through the session again.
Oh shit! I've got donuts. And you just leave.
There we go, Ali. That's what Kaylee forgets, that they have food or tea that's just sat there, and then midway through it's like, oh yeah, I have tea, and it's cold. There we go.
I remember all.
Nah.
I remember all.
I mean, you do remember it, but
Can you
only
prove
about
it?
4 hours after the fact.
No,
Can you prove it?
So, let's
Yes, and I'll prove it by these 5 camera streams. Take it away, Twitch.
Yeah.
That's broken.
Don't worry.
I didn't forget about a cup of
Next
tea
time.
immediately before this session.
Yeah. No,
I'll
don't
see
worry.
you.
Your camera's broken down, so don't worry.
I'll see you in a court of law, buddy.
I've switched off that anyway. We're back to regular old.
A regularly scheduled menacing.
Yes, actually.
Original scheduling minutes. Are we good to go yet?
Yes.
Ben,
Yeah,
are you live?
We're live at my end yet. Just set it up.
Nope, we're all good.
That was just my little bit I wanted to do.
No, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's fine.
Thank you. We appreciate Dean Donuts becoming tradition. As all good things.
Yep.
Yeah. I have this might actually count more as a donut. I have the plastic skull of a T-Rex. Does that count?
No.
Plastic skull of a T-Rex.
Topologically, no.
It has a hole in the middle. Yeah, it's got openable jaws.
Donut.
3 holes donut, assuming it has eye holes as well.
They're not actually holes they're painted on.
Then it might be a donut.
Not
It's
a donut
plastic.
then.
It's something I got from like a Halloween shop for like £2. So
I mean, I have had a donut in the shape of a vampire with a stake through its heart, so technically donut.
does that? Is that
Did you go
is that like an evolved gingerbread man?
Why the
I was
hell
going to
is
say, did you go to Voodoo Donuts or whatever
Where
it
is
is?
Gwen?
Yes,
So small.
because she's hiding.
It's like you've been enlarged, reduced.
Mini Gwen. Assassin can finally look down on someone. Not from Alvina's shoulders.
All right, I'm not even on that.
Same with fuck you as well.
Yeah, fucking
Because fuck you's only what?
Stay still,
3 foot
Gwen, so I can actually resize you.
Run, Gwen, run!
He's running from the
I will forever be small. No.
Smart. Gwen is tiny and Nana Muffins is a giant. That's the rule.
Probably add to the next map as well. Okie dokie. Let's put you there for now. But more importantly, let's try this out. I've not fully integrated this, but it should be the start. And you know what time it is. It's time for a bit of D&D. Welcome back to today's episode. Showing me little sound effects I can do now. It's time. To quote William Shatner, it's time.
and stuff.
To play the game.
Alright, you guys have had your 5 minutes of messing about. Welcome back to another exciting episode of World of Alterra, this time with an improved DM's mic because he's actually plugged it in for once.
Yay.
In episode 16, Song of the Ratpack.
It's not quite bye bye Butterfree, but you know what? I'll take it.
Previously on the World of Alterra, players exploring this new reality they find themselves in, making allies, stealing mounts and pets, and making enemies wherever they go.
We do be doing that.
On their way to assist their potentially new allies, potentially new friends, maybe even new companions if they actually complete the side quest. They were helping out the Oni twins, Akuma and Izami, to help rescue their little sister Izzy with the creation of their new void-empowered or imbued stone golem, who was given memories and a passion of love for the younger sister, as well as wanting to protect them, and maybe potentially some renegade for the Oni king, ran off with the Onis in tail and referred to the players that they would meet them at the base of the tower if they continued going, I believe, west. Get my map directions right. On the way to the Oni Tower, following the one singular vein-like corridor or underground tunnel, they came across what appears to be some form of stone cathedral built into the wall of this tunnel, and as well as passing it, the point began to hear strange serenading music, this kind of lonesome and pain-stricken melody that not only imbued a little bit of pain upon first hearing it, but also caused the celestial tattoos upon the point's head and body to begin to glow in a recognition of the song. And the point, wanting to obviously investigate more of this, have led the party towards the doors of the cathedral, where the party has opened them to reveal what in theory was supposed to be some form of stone giant or stone titan that inhabited the cathedral is actually a puppet under the control of 24 monk robe-wearing were-rats.
Question, are they green robes? I didn't realize.
They are wearing the kind of brown briar robes.
Okay. They're not plague monks. We're fine, guys.
They're not. They are your regular Scottish monks. Who knows? Maybe you'll find some interesting liquors in there.
I did make this joke that maybe they were Skaven when Chris described them as monks. And also, if they're regular old Scottish monks, does this mean we get Bugfest? Do we get
Who knows?
Bugfest
You'll have to find the barrels.
Technically, now, Kaylee, Buckfast is brewed in England. I was about to make that joke, but yeah, Buckfast is brewed in England, believe it or not.
Yeah, but that's a spoil sport answer, and I reject it.
Yeah, but I'm playing as
true.
the professor, who is categorically a spoil sport.
As such, let's learn today's characters and players, put some voices to some names. Wolfie, why don't you start us off as we go in order of Roll20?
Howdy, I'm Wolfie Bane. I'm playing Alvina Alador, the barbarian who may cause extreme. What does it count if you just slaughter a shitload of priests with in a short span of time?
Mass murderer. Serial
Just
killer is
generic mass
long.
murderer.
I
Okay,
assumed an Inquisition or something.
Oh yeah, and
They
Alvina
cause
may
laxative
become the
effects.
Inquisition soon, depending on how the point wants to play this. I put it all on them whether the black hole gets thrown at this giant army of monks.
What's Alvina in Spanish? Let's find out. Alvinas.
Genocide. She is El Diablo.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No,
All
it's
right.
Spanish Alvina.
That is Alvina. Zormir.
Hi, I'm Bob. I play Dr. Zormir, the artificer.
Beautiful. That's
Who's
all you're getting.
probably gonna book it out of here.
Short. Fuck you.
Hi, I'm Fuck You, played by Ben. Yeah, I'm a little goblin bard who likes set shit on fire and annoy Big Toe.
Gwent.
I'm TR, played Gwent, and I'm going to be trying to stay away from as many rats as possible.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Fan. Unfortunately, you don't have an investigation check as there's nothing really for you to steal along the way. Who knows? We'll find out what Gwent's just been trying not to die.
Hiding.
Lou.
Hi, Neil playing Lugren, Tiefling Warlock Sorcerer, and we'll see what happens with the rats.
He needs to move closer to his microphone.
You probably switch.
No, he needs to move his microphone closer to him.
Okay.
Either way.
A little bit.
That works.
Also, it's my headcanon that all of us just didn't notice there was like 3 different random flights of stairs, and Gwent was with us the whole time. It's just they had a hard time navigating all the stairs that we just didn't notice. I'm playing Assassin, a horrible little gremlin squid boy. I think that's pretty much me.
Yeah, that'll do it. We got to make these a little bit quicker each time.
Shit.
If you don't know who any of the characters are, go watch a previous session. The Professor.
Yeah, I'm James. I use they, them pronouns. My character, the Professor, uses any and all pronouns, and they chased the
Fantastic,
giant.
Nice and short there, James. Really, really great.
They chased the giant.
The Point.
Yeah.
Hi there, I'm Ali, and I'm playing the Point, who is a dwarven-ish rock star who uses he/they pronouns.
Fantastic, and I'm Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM for the day. Gwen, go ahead and give me an investigation check. I just can't not give you something for not being here. Let's see what you discover while you were hiding behind some. What I'm assuming is going to be technical dumpster is the term. This little area in the bottom left where I put your mini stashed away behind something.
Well, just away from any danger is the sensible spot to be.
Yeah, so while you're just back here, I don't know what this is you're hiding behind, but I'm going to assume it's some form of dumpster full of items. So
That's no way to talk about Kaylee.
Got something interesting.
Dumpster full of items.
Put down the knife, all right?
I'm coming for you.
I mean, James, I know you've been complaining about too many players, but I didn't think you were volunteering to. Anyway.
Look, there has to be a sacrifice. It's coming up to the time. I think James has made my decision for me.
Also, I have a cat.
We're at a tempo.
Gwen, go ahead and roll me 2d20s. I'm going to pick 2 things off the psionic salvage because this looks like particularly psionic salvage dumping area.
This is a brain.
12 and a 15.
All right. Continuing the theme of previous things that you've discovered in this cave, you discover a bottle of foam.
Yay! More.
Nice.
Yep, it is a
you can
glass
have a nice
bottle filled of some form of kind of light liquid, air, like kind of like lighter fluid, really, but there's kind of foaminess to it that you can see through the glass, as well as 15. Ooh, I don't know if this one's either going to catch your interest or you're just going to want to put it right back. But as you're looking at the little jar of foaming liquid, something else catches your eye, something scuttling. As you look over and what appears to have rolled between a little crevice in the cave wall behind this tech dumpster, you find a jar. A jar that at first you think is some form of maybe filled with black liquid or black fluff, maybe some black feathers, something of that kind of nature, until very quickly you realize it seems to be kind of almost moving a little bit. Oh, no, that's a ton of just tiny black spiders in a jar. I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to take the black jar of spiders, which we've called the jar of skittering horrors.
I want it. I want it. I love spiders.
Oh my god, the jar of
100%.
skittering horrors. I've never seen an item that's more what I want ever in both as a character and as a person.
No.
In terms of characters, in terms of finding things, I would put that back. The professor would be like, "Oh, an investigatory thing that I can use in my travels."
I would keep that. I used to collect bugs when I was little. I want it.
Yes, well, this is Gwent's choice.
I would be.
Gwen's going to do the only sensible thing you would do if you find a jar of skittering horror. Going to put something on top of it, walk away.
Ah,
Like, put a pocket on it, put a big block on top of the bucket, walk away. You walk away from a jar of horror. As much as a player, I would like to pick it up. As Gwent, she would not touch the jar.
No,
That's
that does
nice.
make
Can I
sense.
suggest? Can I suggest a destiny point then for that?
Oh, for roleplay?
Play-
No, that's I agree. Okay.
For
In
playing a
exchange
character.
for sticking to your roleplay, because we always like to encourage some good characterization here, you can have a destiny point in place of it.
I will take that. The bottle of foam, though, could be used. Could be used, like a nice shampoo.
I
Gonna
do
wash
not
it this
believe the bottle of foam is on D&D Beyond just because you haven't discovered what it is. But once you do discover what it is, I will add it to D&D Beyond so you can add it to your character sheet. For now, it'll just have to be a item you note somewhere.
Yep, bottle of foam, unknown.
But unknown for now.
Mm.
All right, so we return back to the players. The point having used some melodious diplomacy and persuasion to get the what sounded like, I don't think the giant was really convincing anyone that it was an actual giant, given all the whispering going on behind the doors.
Albina's holding the puppet, isn't she?
Potentially,
I think at the end of the session, I just ripped it down.
No, the last action that was taken before the end of the last session was there was hundreds of red eyes we saw, and then the professor closed the door.
Didn't close the door.
Inside.
No, you didn't get that action.
Oh,
I think
No, no chance.
That's totally a reaction of, well, it's all you, Albina. On you go.
You said that. I think I did. I can't remember if I actually got there. I was definitely walking towards it. I can't remember.
I'm going to say you do it anyway, either at the end of last session, beginning of this session, as you did open the door and push your way through, coming across this massive silhouetted figure that just a quick tug, especially with your strength, reveals that it is on a system of pulleys and levers, as well as clockwork or gear and wrap-like construction that seems to be kind of almost like puppeteering and shadowing the silhouette of a giant. And in the shadows around you, kind of taking a step forward, you see these beady eyes under this brown briar hood, wrapping up these figures. And you can very distinctly see from the small of light just coming in from outside. It is dimly lit in here. There's a little bit of light coming down from this northeast corridor and a little bit from beyond, but it is dim conditions. These red beady eyes of some were-rats.
As I see the red,
I can see.
Albina counts dim light as bright light, weirdly enough, even without vision.
Then you distinctly make out the facial features of these were-rats.
I'm with devil sight, so.
Yeah, you do as well, then, yeah.
What do I see?
As I see
Were-rats, everyone. You see were-rats.
As we see the red lights, can I go and attempt to begin to close the door?
No, you are behind the statues at the time. So you are not going to be able to get there, plus Alvina has already stepped inside. And there, I imagine the point is quickly up behind them. Yes, you can do stuff on the initiative order. Should we get to initiative order, by which I mean I'm just going to go around and ask what everyone wants to do, and then I'll do all your actions at once. So speaking of it, the rats do not immediately take any hostile action or anything. They seem to be kind of just muttering and whispering to themselves about the what did I call you something? I have no idea, but mentioning the song, as you did kind of convince them, saying that you could hear the song and the melody. They reacted to this to actually kind of allow you in. They're just going to kind of watch the party entering, muttering and whispering to themselves. And as such, let's go around the party and see what everyone kind of wants to do. The rest of the players outside can kind of peek in and just make out the red eyes, or maybe a little bit more if you have extended dark vision or ghost vision or whatever other visions you may have. Alvina, as the first one in, and we'll get to you in a second, James, as the first one in, you are the most kind of able to immediately react and be able to kind of give the most obvious kind of action to them. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to I'm holding the puppet, the giant puppet in one hand. I'm going, so, and just look around the room and go, what do you all want then?
Okay, so you're keeping your posture quite kind of open, not hostile. You're not immediately drawing a weapon or anything.
No, I mean confident. like not at all concerned look is what I'm trying to get off essentially. Like,
to fair to that, only the giant will speaking giant. They do understand giant, but they actually speak in common amongst themselves.
yeah, Alvina would just be projecting confidence and basically waiting for the point to do something because the point's the one who wanted to come here.
Yep.
So-
The point, as you were right next to the door before it opened and were right behind Alvina, what would you like to do?
As the point would rush in, kind of begin to bow to the giant until he realizes, oh, hang on,
He's holding it.
that's just a puppet. So up until now, he was kind of in a trance, being drawn in here, kind of playing to the music he can hear, improvising on top of it. I think seeing all these rats would snap him out of it slightly, so he'd go, "Oh, great earthquaker, give me a oh, great earthquakers." And the music would just kind of stop as a something destiny. Can I help?
All right, fair. Professor, immediately kind of running up to try and get involved in the situation. What would you like to do?
Just take stock of the situation. If none of them are drawing weapons, then
not.
I will hold fire. Probably step beside the point and pull the point to his feet, a la Gandalf, versus with Pippin in Return of the King, and say, "Get up."
All
right. It's not that hard to get him up.
Back up, and then move away from what I call the fireball zone.
Moving into the building or staying outside the building?
I think moving. I've got a back. I need line of sight in case any of them cast spells. So
yep. By which I mean, as the doorway is pretty large. It is giant sized. Coming in here, so the door would be about 15 feet wide there, as it kind of arcs inwards. Kind of actually hits a little bit against this wooden back frame. But why I ask is, as you come in, you can see the rats are on both ground level around this massive cog, standing both vertically and horizontally, as you can see here on the map, in the center of the area that was kind of puppeteering the giant. But the rats are all around the cogs, kind of maneuvering it and doing their various parts. But they're all on the ground around these cogs, as well as up here in this slightly elevated 10 feet up platform. So any direction that you kind of move into the building, you will be moving into a cluster of were-rats.
Right.
So
I'm just gonna keep my wand in my hand and hold action, use magic item Wand of Wonder if any of them make any sudden moves / attack.
So you're staying within the fireball range?
I've got to keep by the point, I think.
Yep. No, that's fine. It's your choice. But I'm just making sure you're aware of all your options and that you are clustered around.
Yeah, if I can sort of stay by the door, like hide by, like you said, the door swung right open. I'm going to stand by the door.
Okay, we'll put you back here, just behind Alvina. You're in a position where you could jump backwards, outwards, while still keeping line of sight. All right, then we kind of come to the rest of the party. Zormir, Lou, Gwen, Assassin, Fukyu, is there anything you guys would like to do, as half of your party effectively have just kind of gone into the cathedral?
I kind of want to
can
check.
see inside, so I say to everybody that's outside, and if the professor and the point and Alvina can hear me from where they are, it's like, guys, this place is full of were-rats, so do we really need to go in here?
As you do so, Kaylee? Bingo.
Bingo.
What?
She forgetting not pressing the button while saying what she's doing.
Fukyu.
Fukyu's going in.
Yeah.
Assassin will be looking. It's in darkness, isn't it?
Dim light.
Okay, so I can't see it, but considering how my little squid friend reacted to just being in this space and just basically got yeeted out of it, I am unsure if I want to enter this space. Like, I want to like tentatively sort of just slide one little footy into like the doorway and see if I like don't just like instantly disintegrate, you know?
Just explode.
Yeah, pretty
You do
much.
so. You tap a little bit over the horizon. Nothing happens. Fuku, how far in are you going? Are you like strolling all the way into like the center of the room? Are you getting up on the cogs or anything, or are you staying by the door entrance?
I mean, I would probably go up to like where everyone else is and just like look in.
Okay.
I do have dark vision, but I don't know if this is magical darkness or not.
It's not. It's just there's only candlelight coming down from like the corridors and stuff. You're underground. All right, Lou, you were standing outside and being like, "You guys, there's where everyone's just going in. You just watch all your extra parks go in."
Sweet.
He just face palms. It's like, God, guess we're all going in now.
No,
Zormir and
It's going to
Gwent.
be fun.
no, we are not. And I cast Expeditious Retreat and back the fuck up to where Drax says, because I have a question.
All right, so Zormir is backing up. Just
I
are
book
you
it
like
back.
running backwards, or are you just like strolling backwards?
I am booking it back towards where Drax is, because I have a pressing question.
All right, you do so. We'll get back to you in a second. Then, Gwent.
Oh, where at?
Just gonna move back a little bit and just hold a dodge action, ready to either peg it or, or watch everybody else die. Because Dr. Zormi is at the back. He's the one that I care about. The rest of them,
Wow, thanks.
You walk into danger every day. You are not good fit for the characters.
He was a danger. I get that. I'll allow.
All
right,
so good ramen. That's what I can say.
As the point and Alvina and the professor kind of don't show any hostile actions, Fuku kind of sneaking into the side, the rest of the party kind of gathering around or backing off. The way rats continue to kind of mutter to themselves.
Nearly using your mic, by the way.
Yes, Neil. The song, match the song, must be sorrow song. Until one of the rats eventually kind of takes a step forward, and they seem a little bit older than the rest, a little bit more gray in their whiskers. It's hard to tell with the kind of wear features. Kind of takes a step forward. They're a little bit more hunched. You mentioned the song, pointing to the point in the center. Do you hear it? Do you hear the sweet melody of our Lord and Savior?
Yes, I do. And the point will start playing just the basic notes of it.
There's a kind of a wave of excitement kind of washes through the were-rat. You know the song, you know the melody. Are you the one the prophecy speaks of? Are you the chosen one?
100% absolutely yes.
I'm just gonna whisper to him. Say yes, damn it.
That sounds familiar.
If someone
Oh
asks
God,
if you're
they know
a
my
god,
name.
you say yes.
No, that was a DM mistake. The what?
Okay.
The one. God damn you and your point name. It's just so captivating.
No shit, they know my name. Kill them all.
The one has arrived. They will be the one to awaken our Lord Savior.
You can just hear you can just hear like little sort of nervous nyeahs and little slapping noises as assassins just 1 foot at a time slapping forwards to see if like something bad happens, and is like way at the back of the room essentially, just slowly but surely getting closer.
The case assassin just eventually just explodes from being in.
The point
Very
was just sort of
nervous.
hold up one finger and point at assassin. Just sort of going, are they gonna be okay?
Yeah, am I gonna be okay?
All who are with the one, all who are here to help revitalize our Savior's, our Lord Savior, shall have free reign within our cathedral. Do not be afraid of our masquerading giant. We have him there to keep away the thunder rollers.
First off, Thunder Rollers sound cool. What are those? And second of all, very impressive puppetry. I haven't done this kind of gig in a really long time, but it's really impressive considering your height. Like how good this is. Like the craftsmanship is impeccable. I just gotta say.
Yeah, it's. So you clearly put a lot of work into.
Thank you. It has kept us safe for as long as, well, I can remember, since our order begun. But I will tell you all of this when we are more comfortable. Please come. You have. Let us share with you our hospitality of the Order of the Melody.
Order the Melody. Okay.
The point was just yell outside. It's fine. You can come in.
They may have food. I assume they have food. You have food, right?
Oh yes, we have a bountiful supply that we've managed to forage and grow our own.
Hey, vamos.
All right, back to work, everyone. Disperse. There is no hostile threat this day. The Thunder Rollers have not returned yet, but we will keep ever vigilant.
Oh, sorry.
When they say there's
you do that.
Sorry,
when they say there's no hostile threat, fuck you's just gonna laugh.
You see the elders kind of just giving you like a sideway, like a tilt. Curious as to why you're laughing.
No reason. I just
like
thought that was funny.
They just laugh. Just laugh.
But as the rats kind of disperse around, leaving behind only a few to kind of operate and keep an eye on the mechanics, you see the rest kind of dispersing back into the actual cathedral. We head back to Zormir, who has run back to Drax, in line of sight of both Gwent, who's kind of back away from the door, and the rest of the party who are still just standing there. Not Drax. Drax, what do you like to do? Zormir, what would you like to do?
What do you like?
Well, considering the forewarning from Drax about him and the creatures not being able to approach past the statues, Zormir's a bit worried about them more being trapped in there because of the curse rather than it being something to keep something out. So he's backing off because he's not want to be stuck there, essentially. I want to see if Drax knows anything about the weird curse.
About lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy, and see if that's maybe something that these statues is keeping back as well.
You raise. No, that's not British. Yes, you raise a good point. You raise a good point. The Were Lycan curse, it did originate from a ploy by Elder Curse, or I suppose Senator Curse now.
Yeah. Well,
as a way to supplement our forces in the Prime Wars. But since then, it has kind of taken on a life of its own, both used by various monstrosity neutral factions, as well as by the Divine Empire as well, the Radiant Empire as well. Particularly the god, I believe, who absorbed the entity known as Beitar.
What? Sorry, that was me. That was a reaction. So,
A reaction. What?
So, but to be fair, it is, while it is not completely aberrational in nature, it does have a psionic component to it, as well as that of the soul, the body, and well, the soul and the body, I suppose. I was going to say mind, but that's what the aberrational component would be. It's possible there might be some interaction between them and the gargoyles protecting out front, unless the gargoyles were specifically designed to ignore certain afflictions. However, it's not impossible, as you've mentioned, they could be guarding the curse from leaving.
Yes, well, the idea is I don't want to be trapped there. We are in a bit of a time crunch already as well, and they're off exploring things as well.
Well, if it comforts you, you should know that if by any reason it is established that you can't leave, I will.
I know.
So don't worry, I won't be trapped here.
I know you won't be trapped here.
That's surprisingly comforting to me, actually.
It's just I don't want to be trapped.
Stop by and give you news of the outside world. Although I can't say I like the confinements here.
There do I, and that's why I do not want to linger here if we don't have to be here. I mean, if they can solve this, if they are not indeed trapped, we can maybe have them come along with us.
An army!
And we can solve their issue on the way, but I'm...
Well, you'd have to discover what their issue is if they have it. But also you should be aware that we are approaching nightfall now. It may be a useful shelter if they aren't hostile for you to rest. Otherwise, we can march through the night. I don't actually need sleep.
I know. Obviously, I'm gonna see if our other companion from who's probably sitting away from the hydras and is Abigail in?
Abigail went forward. Valvina is currently
All right.
just between the statues and the door.
Fair enough. I wasn't
But
sure.
while you're having that conversation with Drax, we'll get back to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Who the rats kind of move away, and the elder comes down. Gonna give him a little orange dot. There you go. He's the leader of the rats. He's the elder rat.
Elder rat.
Well, would you want me to give you the grand tour of the cathedral? The one? Kind of just bowing to the point.
Alvin is like probably standing behind, just nodding.
It would be my honor, gesturing for this rat to give a name.
Oh, Maverick.
Maverick!
Oh, God.
It'd be my honor, Maverick. Show me this.
Oh, yes.
You want raising.
Follow me. We're just having to reset the mechanism.
Sorry.
Could you? Oh, that's okay. We'll have to hurry and repair that. Oh, that's okay. Our Lord and Savior has gifted us certain abilities to survive. But like I said, I will tell you our story when we are more comfortable. Let's get you seats and maybe some food. You did mention the food, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. Follow. Do you want the scenic tour or the direct tour? How wary are you from your travels? Can only imagine how far the one has come to save us, called by the melody to help resurrect and revive the Lord Savior.
I'm cool with the scenic tour.
Sorry.
The scenic tour would be lovely, Maverick, but I believe my companions would like to not be here, so let's take the short tour.
The professor's hand on your shoulder clenches somewhat at that.
Alvina's eyes are glowing a bit more than usual, and she went, the scenic tour sounds pretty good.
If the scenic tour isn't that much longer, we can take a scenic tour.
What a wonderful idea, friend point.
Yeah.
Oh, it's whether or not we go down this very long and cramped corridor. Ignore the chanting down there, or if we go up the thick corridor to the north. Both will arrive at our destination. Although honestly, I'm pretty sure since our destination is kind of to the, I guess the top right there. It's not really going to be a scenic tour either way. Although I suppose I could take you around if we go north. Maybe the north way is the more scenic one.
What do you mean by top right?
Oh, you know, the corridor down to our right here bends north. Whereas the one to our north here bends right.
You mean
Yeah.
northeast? I see.
Yes, that's the word.
I
know,
thought
north is top.
I thought you were picturing
East is right.
this temple complex as if we were looking at it from a top-down view.
Oh yes, I like to imagine our Lord and Savior is looking down wherever she may be.
I also like to imagine that way, as if I'm looking at a map. It is fun, is it not?
More importantly, behind him, as you guys are all discussing this, particularly...
I mean, north is always upwards, isn't it?
No.
Maybe potentially within earshot of Gwen. I'll let Gwen decide how far away they are and how much they're paying attention. But definitely to the rest of the party, you see soft little radiant glows flashing behind you as the rats appear to be casting mending on the mechanism.
Well, now Zormir is behind Gwen. Gwen is purely focused on where the rats are.
Then to your clericy ears, you hear the faint mutterings of mending being cast. As well as the rest of the party who are familiar with this cantrip, it being done behind the elder as he's talking to you. But yes, did we want to go? I guess the scenic route will actually be upwards to the north here. And the non-scenic route, but the more cramped one single file route will be to the right here. Which way would we like to go? The one.
No, that's the point.
I think at some point
Leave
I'll
me-
move back up to Gwent before too long before the party disappears.
To be fair, they've not left the doorway. Once they start moving, we'll come back to you, having come back up.
How about you take the high road, and I'll take the low? No, no, the boy does not say that.
You go.
Hey,
Like, do you want me to throw him?
Whichever you prefer, Maverick. Whichever you prefer. I do take requests.
Oh, well, if you are the one, then if you would do this old rat a kindness, I would love to show you what we managed to build here. Our little temple to our Lord and Savior, called here by their messenger. But
Lord and Savior,
before, while he kind of starts leading you guys north around the mechanisms heading north, anyone is able to follow him. Please do move your minis and follow him as you do. Before we get back to Zormir, Assas in, what is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is... Oh no, I should have prepared that.
I'm assuming it's more than 10.
Yes.
I want to
Then
say
on average, they will fail.
It is 14, so it's fairly low, but, you know. Did they fail?
On average, they will fail since you're doing multiple.
Yeah, so I just want to kind of be pinging about, just soaking up that juicy gossip, you know?
Their mind appears to be pretty uniform inside their head. While you get thoughts of them kind of focusing on the tasks they're doing, resetting mechanisms, them thinking through like what they actually have to do, at the back current of all of their thoughts, especially when you push into the few of them who do fail, you get this kind of almost single-minded focus on the one topic of, is it true? Is this the one the prophecy speaks of? Will they be able to rise the melody maker, the messenger of our one Lord and Savior? Will they be able to make the melody stop?
One, as someone who is used to a hive mind, does this feel like a hive mind?
Not so much a hive mind as they are kind of a monastery mind where they've kind of dedicated their lives to this one goal, this one task of kind of warding and protecting whoever the messenger is. And you actually get kind of flashes of images in their mind of this quite large, I would say, kind of even giant-sized, almost sci-fi-like tank or sarcophagus.
Okay, I'd like to yank that for myself,
Two.
just the image.
And they seem to believe the messenger is in there, and also that's where the song that they can hear. And as you're actually in their head, you can hear the melody that the point was describing in their own head. So they are hearing this melody.
Okay, and like, is it like the point describes, or is there anything different?
It's a little
what's
bit
the
more
energy?
high pitched, and it's actually a little bit more. You're not quite sure if it's more painful. You don't know if the point kind of downplayed it, or maybe they're just kind of used to it. But it's a little bit more high pitched to the rat's ears and mind, to the point where it's almost kind of like gnawing at them. But as far as you can tell, they've lived with this all their lives. These rats, some of them appear to have been born here and actually raised up to kind of watch over this cathedral. To the point where this is kind of all they've ever known is, every day kind of keeping the rock, the thunder rollers away, kind of keeping everyone else away to protect and guard the messenger of their Lord and Savior. But is there anything else you kind of want to dive into?
Bad for these rats. All they've ever known is pain.
Why am I the only one
It does
getting
appear to have lived a
ritual
life of
sacrifice?
bare necessity and also a little bit of discomfort and anguish throughout their whole life, that it's kind of just backdrop to them now.
Is there, like, apart from the energy of can they save us, is there any other energy that, like, implies how that's gonna happen?
Oh, to be fair, they don't. It's not so much can they save us; it's can they make the melody stop, and can they revive the melody maker.
So they're being driven mad by the melody?
A little bit. Their thoughts are a little bit more frantic, but it's the kind of madness that they've kind of dedicated themselves to.
It's a cult.
It's a cult. It's a monastery one too.
Oh yeah, like
it's a cult.
Don't fail.
As someone who's as Asin is also basically in a cult, this is very comforting.
Wait, what?
This is much more normal.
No, Assassin, you're employed. There's a difference.
Look, our employees are a cult. What's the difference, really?
Yeah, Lou Grimm is our cult one. You're just employed.
But that's what I'm saying. Potato. Like.
Also, Lou, you sure you're not hearing any music?
So yeah,
the Pope is also in a cult.
I'll be kind of throwing that up every so often. So if you want to just kind of send me information that I would probably find relevant, or bring it up if the party finds it relevant, that's basically what I'm going to be doing.
Brain scan
for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's brain scan and steal all the secrets.
Just casually
all
wandering.
the secret cult secrets. Okay, where's the treasure room?
Casually wandering through an art gallery, just videoing all the paintings so that you can copy them later.
Wait,
that's the vibe I'm getting. Right?
They're rats. What do they taste like? Find that information.
Oh my god!
I don't think the rats have that information.
I was going to say, why would the rats
don't have a
know
taste.
this?
The rats don't have a taste. How does a young? They might know how their young tastes. Maybe.
Wow, that's even darker than I was thinking.
What are you talking about?
I mean, rats are cannibalistic. Rats are cannibalistic.
That's why. It's like they might.
Every carnivorous race is animalistic. Cannibalistic.
No, it's not. Not every one of them. Nearly every one of them, not all of them.
Even Homo sapiens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But while the party begins moving north following this elder rat, Zormir, you get back up to Gwent. What would you guys like to talk about?
We need to see if one of them can actually leave here, or if it's just they're trapped here. Those statues are keeping the Hydras and Drax out. I don't know if
not the Hydras, just Drax.
Oh. We just didn't take the Hydras in.
Well, keeping
because we knew we were going through a small.
Yeah, I just assumed you'd leave your vehicles back at the road.
Well, whatever I thought was being kept out is being kept out. It may be keeping them in. I don't want to risk us all if getting trapped here if we get infected.
Do you have a way to convince one to come with us? Or is it going to be a grab a rat?
Alvina grab a rat and throw it at the wall.
The sequel
mean,
to the
that-
hit
that
game
would-
Whack-A-Mole, grab a rat.
That was going to be like, fuck you, suggestion would be to grab a rat and throw it outside.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do if anyone like comes up and asks me. Essentially, I'm just gonna grab a rat, go, give me a minute, run quickly, and just pitch one of them at the wall.
I think we should perhaps avoid doing that in case, of course, they burst into flames and spontaneously combust. That would put us.
Not talking.
Well, that would put us at a terrible disadvantage.
I mean,
I'm talking
Yeah,
to
I think
Gwen.
we should
Yeah.
definitely do it.
You're not talking out loud, Bob.
I'm
No,
talking
they're
to
not
Gwen.
near us.
You're
Sorry.
away up.
I know. Sorry about that. I thought this was a party thing.
No, I was
No,
talking to
it's-
Gwen
that-
because
That's why Alvina hasn't just done it.
Okay then.
because Gwen's the one other person I saw stay back, and
That's
Clearly.
one mini then.
showing some caution, going straight in there.
Okay, so
Any,
when the others go forward a bit, we go up,
Sorry?
we try to speak to one of them, and just try to get them outside.
or at least see if they're worried about going out there.
Yeah, we give them a bit of a bit of a talking to. We see how it goes.
Okay.
But don't-
As you guys are
please
kind of going up towards the doorway trying to get one out, Lou and Assassin, are you guys following the rest of the party, or are you staying by the entrance?
I'll be following on, and I'll be trying to find a situation where the points kind of, not like on their own, but at least so I can like talk where I'm not
Where is
immediately
your
going to be
minigun?
overheard.
The assassin's down here.
No, I meant the
It's not
professor.
assassin.
I'm not quite sure which professor.
Oh,
Yeah,
The rest is
Yeah.
just gone.
Professor.
Kidnapped.
Just gonna drag him back.
Yeah.
Drag a tiny one of them back on now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's two.
Oh,
Where's
never mind. I'll just keep them in the dead zone.
And they're gone.
Sorry, Assassin, for interrupting you when you go.
Yeah, what was Lou and Assassin doing?
I was trying to sort Discord and.
Alright, so they're doing their own
It's
thing.
kind of going off, but I can hear everything.
Abigail's falling after an Alvina step.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll try and get the point's attention to like come over for a second, like kind of, but like in a way that seems really natural to me, but to the point they've just seen like this horrible eldritch abomination like point at them and gesture to like a corner and then like curl their finger towards like to come closer. It looks
Is it their
horrifying.
finger or is it one of their tentacles?
Okay, I'm getting a
Probably
repeat of
tentacle,
everything.
yeah.
I was going to
Oh.
say.
Disconnect and
everything?
reconnect. Try that, Neil.
Yeah, just try resetting it.
I was going to
Also,
say.
it might have
Does your
actually opened 2 instances of Discord for you.
Awesome.
I've had that happen before.
I was going to say, Kales, does your tentacle go up and do that classic sort of gesture with the finger over and point at where you are, just in the shadows, going, "Hey, over here." Come
Yeah,
on."
that's pretty much what's happening.
Perfect.
With the point come over to essentially this dark, shady alleyway that definitely looks like this horrible little squid boy is gonna just stab you.
Would
The
you
point
go over to the alley where Batman's parents were murdered? Who knows?
The point would not, but the point would just you over here.
Ah.
Yeah, you would see like Assassin sigh and then so quickly scuttle over and just be like, "I'm trying to be subtle. I'm trying to be subtle. This'll interest you." And then like scuttling slightly backwards, like, "Come on."
The point would say to Maverick, excuse me, father, whatever the title is for an elder of your lot.
It's
I must-
Grey Rat.
Excuse me, Grey Rat. I must commune with my that.
That!
And I'll take a few steps back, not going into any shadows, but I will out of earshot of other people.
Right. So, I've got some information that might interest you. Do you want it?
Yes.
Oh, good. Right. Well, you owe me a favor if you accept it, and it's binding. You have to give me the favor. Do you agree?
The point is entirely ready to agree.
Great. Then, at this point, there will be like sort of silvery threads that have been floating around Assassin's head for maybe about a couple of minutes, and they'll all bar like a couple go towards the point, and I'll send you the information that you get.
Okay.
And while that's happening, the rest of you kind of following on with the elder stops in this next little chunk of hallway and points like some sort of tour guide at what appears to be 3 very kind of tall, almost giant barrels with this mechanical wheel at the bottom of it. There's little openings or hatches at the top where you can see clearly some sort of silo of some kind, and a couple, 2 pairs of rats are kind of just pushing the wheel around. Oh yeah, so over here is where we grind down the mushroom grains to make a mulch or a much. Or I'm not actually quite sure what my father called it. It's been so long since I've heard his voice.
Was it a
Professor's taking
squish?
notes.
Was it a
Professor's
squish?
taking notes on this.
Yeah, something like that.
The point is trying to listen to this at the same time as talking to the assassin. It's like,
All I know is we take the mushroom grains, which I'll show you later, and we grind them down.
Is it nutritious?
Oh yes, this is how we make our sacred liqueur.
Ah.
Might we taste this sacred liqueur?
Can you taste?
Yes, can you taste?
That
What are you?
That is
I've never
really
seen a
fucking offensive.
non-rat.
That is really offensive.
You're a robot.
Of course I can taste. Can you
Yes?
Fumbles frantically. Can you not be
Yes? I'm cracking my knuckles as you're saying this, by the way.
I can't think of anything. But yes, I can taste. The long and the short of it is I can taste. I have better fashion taste than you, Alvina. Snaps fingers.
I have great fashion
just hearing
taste.
Neil
As Alvina's standing
breathing in
here
my
and
ear.
essentially her like everyone see what Alvina's model is wearing.
Yeah.
She's not wearing much. It's like I have great fashion taste. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, you do not.
Yes,
You
I do.
do not dress for your colours.
Yes, I do.
No,
Green
you
and
do
red
not.
goes fantastically, thank you very much.
No, they do not.
It is. They told me that in school.
Actually, I don't
Which
even think
school?
that's. I don't
The
think that's Neil. I
toilet
think that's
school?
the point breathing.
oh, is it me? Sorry.
Oh, I thought it was Neil who was breathing.
Toilet
I know. Apologies to Neil there. So used to Neil breathing into the
I'm
mic.
problems with Discord.
Yeah.
And
It's actually the point breathing this time.
Oh, I was just that excited. I'll
Just the things like
Hyperventilating.
secret
Wow.
gossip going on.
are you hearing us twice, Neil?
Has
Yes.
the mic problem still going?
Do you have the stream open?
That's a very
And
good
not on
point.
Discord, it's an error screen.
Hard
Alright.
close it. Like
You're gonna have
control
to-
Yeah,
delete
you
task
gotta
manager.
Yeah,
end
I've
all the
closed
processes.
it twice. I can
you ended
still
all
hear you
process?
speaking.
Have you ended all processes?
And at this
no.
point, if that
Do
doesn't
that.
work, then yeah, either that or just you might have to reset your entire system, just because it's clearly done a goof somewhere. There are gremlins in your system.
Sure,
You
we're
gotta
doing a
get rid
tour
of them.
guide. You're not gonna miss
The
much right now.
internet went off for a few seconds, but I could still hear everybody.
You
Weird.
go into the processes and task manager. Literally end every single Discord one. Don't miss a single one,
Yeah.
and then try restarting it. It happened to me last night. Is the main thing. So
But back to our
You're dead,
tour
bro.
now.
Task manager.
task manager. It's like processes. Just open
What
it up
are-
larger.
What are those yellow traffic cones? We saw them out front.
Yeah, what are they?
I don't know. They've been here since I was born.
Oh.
Some ancient material known as plastic.
Plastique.
Plastique. It's plastique.
They look like ceremonial hats to me.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
when we were first decorating this area, we kind of salvaged a lot of just random material. It's how we built a lot of this. We do a lot of repurposing and recrafting.
Scavenge, is
tells.
that like scavenging and foraging?
Oh,
It
yes,
seems
like
like-
that. That's
seems
the
a
word.
mixture of scavenging and salvaging. It seems
I'm
a
sorry.
combination of the two.
Salvaging.
The language
don't-
is wonderful here.
We don't really. It's been a while
Taking
since we've
notes on
spoken
language.
common with any other creatures. So we've kind of developed our own dialect and sub-language here. What do you call that?
I mean, do you pummel things as well instead of pummel them?
No, we bite.
Ah.
I get that. I approve. So we
Do
were taught
you
growing
draw?
up.
Do you draw sigils instead of sigils?
It was Wiggles. It's Wiggles.
Oh, Wiggles, yes, Wiggles. But yes, this is. We turn the mushroom grain into mushroom wine.
How do you make mushrooms into grape?
What do you mean? We pick them.
Yeah, but mushrooms not
Big
great.
grape,
Yeah,
just
it's
big grape.
been my
okay.
question from the start. I'm just waiting.
I knew someone who once ground mushrooms into a food substitute. Dr. von Kornstam. He was wonderful.
Hmm.
I mean,
He
I've
named
known
food
people
out
to
of
eat
it.
mushrooms and then
Aye.
I've known people to eat mushrooms and then they like kept saying that they saw stuff and
Oh, that is a different kind of mushroom. As I have discussed in my previous lectures, there are 473 kinds of mushrooms, and the professor waffles for a second.
Anyway, let's move on from the talking robot.
Okay.
Who is talking in the background?
Yeah.
To the north is where we sleep, and we'll go up there in a moment.
Okay.
Right.
Over to our right here. This is Pinkerton. He's weaving our fabric together and mending our more discarded kind of pieces into new pieces.
I legit thought you was gonna say, "Here's Pinkerton, here's weird."
What?
Are there any clearly damaged pieces there?
There's nothing damaged that look like it needs mended. There's more just multiple pieces that are kind of just separate pieces of fabric, and you can actually see their robes appear to be kind of patchwork together. Now you can get a closer look at them. They're all still kind of this brown material, but it looks like it's kind of brown that's kind of just soaked in with a lot of just dirt and age. It's kind of caked in there, and it's just been woven together.
Is this anything important in this corner?
Which corner? What you?
The top
one.
right. Oh, that's our potted plant.
Okay. Alvina just was like, look at it, and she was actually just scan it to see what it is, basically.
It appears to be a fake potted plant.
I'm having that.
Although
Are
I'm
you
trying to
now?
think, because they wouldn't have plastic, so I'm thinking it's just literally just like painted wood or something.
No, it actually seems to be a plastic plant.
Plan.
Much like
They
the
have
plastic
traffic cones, don't they?
Could
Oh
they have
my
just chopped up
God.
and
Oh,
sliced
no.
thinly bits of the cones?
They
I
don't know
love
where
it.
it comes
painted
from.
them.
They've had it ever since they built the place.
This is our mystical plant that never dies.
It's immortal.
It was the previous person who
question.
came by. Apart from you, the point.
Are we on Plastic Beach?
Quick question.
I also like
Neil,
the energy of it took 16 generations before we noticed that it didn't need watering.
can we check with Neil now he's back?
I'm just getting back into Discord and how it
Perfect.
should
Yeah.
be.
Okay. You're not hearing
Yeah,
anyone
well,
I'm
twice.
still able to hear you.
Can you hear
Not
us
anymore.
Good.
That's all I wanted to check.
It was the processors then. Like one of them was just bugging
It
out.
wouldn't allow me to close it properly, but it looks good now.
Fantastic. Well,
But I have no idea what the fuck's happening.
oh, they're just literally they make mushroom wine from mushroom grains. We're not sure what mushroom grains are. They don't seem to know what mushroom grains are. They seem to have a very loose grasp on the common language, and they've definitely been here for multiple generations without ever going outside.
They've got plastic potted plants.
They got plastic potted plants and cones.
The Alvina is definitely stealing at least one.
Interesting.
While you guys are all doing that, we'll head back to Zormir and Gwen as the elder takes you up into the kind of dormitory area. But Zormir and Gwen, you are by the door wanting to try and grab one of the rats' attention, yes?
Yep. Like, hey, you, rat monk.
Runk.
He has a name. It's
Wrong.
Jeffrey.
He's the eloquent one, actually.
Yes.
But eventually, one of the rats kind of call over here, kind of slips down a little ladder, a little edge of the wall here, kind of scutters over to you. Seems to only peek his head out the door. He's kind of doing that thing where almost like he's a shy child. He's kind of got his whole body behind the door and is kind of just like peeking around, just
assassin.
his face looking at you.
It's assassin's state of being.
Just,
Hey, have you ever left this place?
What?
Have you ever left? Have you gone past the statues?
Left? Why would I want to leave?
See what's down the corridor?
Oh no, we're not supposed to leave. No, we are the watchers, the guardians of our Lord's and Savior's messenger.
Can you see those statues over there?
Which ones are you pointing to?
I'm pointing towards the things that are keeping Drax out.
Oh, those big ones?
Yes.
Oh, yes. We keep them well cleaned and maintained for when the thunder rollers come by. We got to keep an eye. They give us an early warning when they're close.
So you can go past them.
You can touch them, that means that I think they're fine.
What's a thunder roller?
I was going to ask that. I'm not going to lie. I was going to ask that in here.
The thunder rollers are one of the fiercest traveling gangs around here. They've had their eye on the cathedral, but Earthquaker here keeps them away. They're not willing to mess with a giant. No, but if they knew it was just us rats in here, I fear they would try and steamroll us.
The tunnel snakes.
Are they people?
They're not rats, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, of the group that just went in, do they look like any of them?
Oh no, they're bigger.
Like half, and I'm pointing to the puppet, half his size? Give me like up to his kneecap.
Yes, maybe about half his size, at least twice our size.
Oh, so they're large.
Oh yes,
Silly
they are
question.
large. Yes.
Why are they called thunder rollers?
Well, because they make thunder when they roll in.
Like actual thunder, or just
That makes sense.
I thought it would be like, did they actually roll? I thought that was going to be the
Yeah,
question.
that's
Do they have
what I'm
wheels?
about.
Well, I suppose it's not I don't know. I don't actually know what thunder sounds like. We were just told they were called the Thunder Rollers by the Elder.
Because in my head, it's just like the biker mice from Mars. And I cannot shake it.
My mental image is just like Oni in like a biker gang outfit.
Screw it. I'm gonna. I point away from.
Oh god damn it!
I'm gonna point away from him, and I'm just gonna.
Thunderclap.
Thunderwave out.
Yeah.
Out into the. They sound like this, and go Thunderwave. I'm expending my last spell slot and casting Thunderwave out into the middle of nowhere.
Well, we hear that.
Yeah, that's got a 300-foot radius on it.
For audio, yeah. Boom. The
Could
heck was
someone
that?
not tell us he's doing that and we could all like cover our ears?
Nope.
Reduce
Yeah,
any damage.
we're also in a tunnel, and it's going to reverberate.
As all of the rats just clutch down, crouching, just as the rest of the party just hears the
Congratulations,
thunder
you've killed
crack
them all.
through the building.
Albina's going to draw both swords and immediately just turn
Yeah,
towards
the
door.
point would spin and start playing Merida quickly. Not
Fuck you,
not
George,
playing
right
the
there.
music he can hear anymore. Oh no! As the elder goes, oh no, that sounds much too loud to be the Thunder Rollers, but well, they must be coming in numbers I've never seen before. Quickly, we must get the puppet ready.
If I had any bones left, they would have dissolved. Jeez. Gotta get a warning for that one.
Suddenly, you all hear just the scurrying of feet just beating down the corridor.
He's going to just full tilt down here. Boom!
Yeah, that's what the point will come here, and as much as he can, through his magic item, he can cast Mending as an action. So he will be mending this
The puppet.
10
As
times
a-
as fast as they could.
Zormir and Gwet, you stand there as while the kind of the main rats in the chamber are all just still clutching at their ears, kind of shaking. Suddenly the chamber is filling not only of your party members, but the rest of the rats who are just frantically like pulling levers and trying to get the kind of silhouette and outskirt of the actual giant back up into its railings.
Are you guys actually standing there, by the way?
Yes. We're
Then
stuck.
Alvina is like next to you, just like staring like down the corridor looking for something now.
What are you
she
looking
can
for?
dash 90 feet.
What are you
What the
looking
heck?
Gwen
for?
turns to
Thunder
stare
came.
as well.
Where the heck that thunder came from?
Pointers or me.
Yes, that was me.
You fucking idiot!
I wanted to know if they knew what is. If it was like that, because I don't know if they know
You
what thunder is.
Alvina's gonna grab him by like the collar, just shake him. You gave us all a heart attack!
And I'm going to slap you back. And
She's not gonna stop shaking you.
I'm still going to hit you back.
Yeah, she's fine with that.
A few minutes go by, the elder finally gets there, just kind of panting. Quickly, you must come in. We must close the door. We can't give them any suspicion that anything is wrong.
It's fine. This one's just an idiot.
Did that hit?
It is, yeah. If you do that,
And
she's
they
gonna
hear
hit
an
you
hour
back.
of thunder as I hit
Bam.
you with a thunder gauntlet.
For 11 thunder damage.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
I could have done that instead.
Alvina's gonna just yeet you like out towards the statues.
This is on the 6 intelligence.
Alvina, this is a place of God. No time for throwing Zorma around.
He punched
We
me
can
in
do
the
that
face.
later.
He deserved it.
I punch you because
Zorma,
you
this is
choked
a
me.
place of God. Do not punch. Alvina, this is a place of. Just don't punch each other.
This is a place of dogs. Understood.
Place of dogs.
No, rat.
You keep mentioning dogs. Are they or are they not mythical? I have to know.
They're not mythical.
They're
I've
not
told
mythical,
you.
they're
I just
common.
played this for like
It
an hour.
has to be a
They
joke.
are not
Yeah.
real.
You
Assassin.
have
Dogs
to
are
be
real.
lying to me.
What do you
They
mean they're
are
not
not
real?
real. Do not listen to the off-worlders. In this world, dogs,
Hey,
these things do
uh,
not. These do not
You hear in
exist.
your
I have a question.
I point a copper wire at the professor and say, "What the fuck are you saying?"
I have a question. Do like basically do pictures exist? Like proper like photography pictures in this world?
In this world or your world?
In our world.
In your world? Yeah, Arcanite pictures do exist.
I
As well as
roll?
Arcanite screens.
Draw a picture
Can I
in the
roll
dirt.
a luck? No, can I roll a luck to see if I have just a picture of a dog?
Destiny. I'd
Yes,
say.
I will let you roll a fate check.
Please, not 20.
Roll for dogs.
Please, not one, not one, not one, not one, not one.
19!
19!
I have a dog picture!
Good enough for
I'm
me.
gonna use my destiny point to cancel that roll.
No.
Technically, you wouldn't even cancel it. You just force a reroll.
Reroll.
Not 20.
We both know you're not actually wasting your destiny point on that.
Absolutely not.
I have a
That-
picture of
Is it
some,
a husky?
it would probably be some kind of hunting dog.
No, oh,
Okay,
wait.
yes,
James
so-
may not want to, but I am perfectly willing to waste mine.
I
Reroll.
only have the
Oh
one.
my
Oh.
gosh!
I
Sass.
have one.
Pete
You've
still
got
got
three.
it!
I don't know. It's
It's
below
real
15.
furry though. It doesn't count.
It's above a 10. That's all it needs.
I really like the idea if you have one, but it's not like the best picture, and it's one of those pictures where you look at it and it's like, I don't know, kind of looks fake, mate.
It looks
Yeah,
it's a
it's all
cryptid.
dog
Yeah,
ears and-
dogs are cryptids now.
That looks like some kind of guy in a suit. Are you
Fair.
sure this is real?
To be fair, it's probably some like weird fey hunting dog.
Oh,
so
could it just be an owl bear? Could it
It
actually
has-
be an owl bear?
It has 17 eyes. What are you trying to pull on us, Alvina?
Those are not
It's my
eyes.
dog!
If this is a
Oh,
dog,
or maybe it'd be a blink dog.
if this is a
It might
dog,
be a blink
then I
dog,
like
actually. It
them.
might
It's
be
technically a dog, but not like an actual dog.
Yeah, well, Avina would know because she's from a
Yeah.
Feywild. So yeah, he's like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is my
it's a
dog.
dog.
What?
I
Why have you got a blink dog as a dog?
It's the dog.
Blink dogs aren't beasts.
Wait, dogs come in blink variety?
Yeah, it can teleport. Does that count?
They can teleport.
Yes,
Well,
that
mine can.
Assassin at this point is like sitting down on the floor. Like this is slightly too much. Like
Just like giant anime eyes as well.
yeah, like they've sat down, they're looking up in wonderment and just being like, I want to believe. I want to believe. I want to
It
believe
is
in God.
clearly, even if it is real, it is clearly some kind of wolf. Wolves exist here.
No,
That
it's a
is
dog.
the end
Wolves
of
are
it.
different.
Show
I mean,
us
that looks
around.
like a fake.
Show us around the. Yes, it does look fake. Show us around this temple and let us put this talk of mythical beasts behind us. There is no such thing as dogs.
There it is.
I'd also like
We
to.
will agree to disagree.
I'd also like to remind everyone that we are on a bit of a time crunch, but it is getting late. So, as long as they're not going to attack us.
No,
As you're doing this, there was a moment where the elder kind of like quieted everyone, kind of learning it was just you, and the rats kind of started going their own way until while you were talking, suddenly the commotion seems to have started back up again, and the elder is directing people and is now continuing to get the mannequin back up into place.
What happened?
Yeah, should we be worried about that?
Zombie, you owe me a heal.
As the elder kind of eventually comes over you, the mannequin already nearly fully in place, all the rats kind of getting into their place, and he points over to the two statues out front of the gargoyles, and you actually see them kind of just like stretching and purring almost.
Ah,
Fuck.
No, that's the sign that the Thunder Rollers are coming. That's our early warning system. I think you might have drawn their attention.
Thanks, so man.
okay.
Right.
You dumbasses.
Everyone inside.
No, this one isn't on. This one isn't on the rest of us for once, actually.
No, wait.
Skirt,
What about
Skirt,
them?
I'm
As he points over to the hydras.
Skirt. I'm going out
Yeah.
there, and I'm going to deal with whatever the fuck's coming. Alvina, are you coming or are you staying there?
Go, Sam. You owe me a healing potion. Hand it over.
I don't have a healing potion. I only have enough energy for one spell left, and I'd like
you
to
owe me
keep.
that heal.
I'd like to keep it. For
And
whatever's
should have punched me.
I only
I
punched you
mean-
because you wouldn't let me go.
Hey, I didn't hurt you.
Look, whatever you're doing, in or out, we have to get the disguise perfect. And if you are coming in, you need to do something to disguise or hide the hydras, or else I don't know. I imagine the Thunder Rollers will take them.
I'm going to get Gregor, and I'm going to fight this. Who's
Yeah.
coming with me?
I'm already heading off.
Yeah, fuck you's running along with you, and as he does so, he slaps Alvina's leg and casts Cure Wounds on her.
Thank you.
The rest of the party,
Go
Professor,
ahead.
Assassin, and Lou, did you guys go forward to the front when the thunder went off, or are you still sticking
Yeah.
back in the cathedral? All right, so Lou's over there. Yeah.
Join in, Zormir, and fuck you.
Assassin, the Professor. And it's mostly because for the Thunder Roller encounter, I'm going to switch back to the main cathedral entrance map
Yeah,
because it's got more space.
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna just be kind of hanging. It's where I can take cover and pop in and out, but generally I'm at the front door. If that makes sense.
Because that's the other thing of they are closing the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
what we'll say.
You can still be in, but they are going to resist you opening the door.
well, is there any way to hide outside? Like just in a
Yeah,
quick
there's
spot?
giant statue. You can
Then,
hide
yeah,
behind the
you
statue if you want.
I'll do that and go like shove my
Yep.
butt behind the statue.
Let me just switch back here, and you guys can all place yourself as you can see the statues kind of just kind of stretching and kind of rolling their shoulders.
Would I have time to stealth?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
gonna-
While you can hear a slight, you can actually hear an ever so slight rumble off in the distance now that you know to like look for it. They're not going to be here for a while. The rats are still kind of running around inside, getting last things up, kind of getting either you guys out or in, so they can actually close the door and kind of put up their facade of being the dwelling of a giant. You guys even have time to like do very quick disguises if you want to like. I don't know. You want any magic? You can throw over the hydras, or can I just get them out of line of sight if you want to keep this centered on like the entrance or something?
Is there
Just gonna quickly
anything?
get Susie back in.
The point will do two. First up, the point will turn to Maverick and say, "I can hold the doors. You don't need to worry about the giant if I can hold the doors."
I'm bringing Gregor over here.
But
getting
we've
Susie back there,
this has
she
been
can
our
be
way for so long is subterfuge and to hide. It was the only way to survive. But what if?
I am going to be hiding just outside.
Oh,
I can hold the
we can
doors.
still close the door. You're just going to.
Oh yeah.
stop anything bad
Close the
happening.
doors. You just don't need to waste your time fixing the giant.
And I'll tell
Oh,
Drax
okay.
to just
See
make
if you've
himself.
got any other defenses you can pull together.
I'll tell Drax to make himself scarce and out of the way.
I was about, yeah. Fuck you's going to go up to Drax and ask if he can see if he can try to get through the barrier.
Just go down the corridor either way. Just get himself out.
Oh yes, I was just planning on flying up the other direction while whatever that is encounters. If I hear screaming, best of luck. If I don't hear screaming, I'll come check if you're alive.
Fair enough.
Go, Jax.
All right, toodaloo.
How opposed is everyone to if someone gives me a signal, I cast Sleet Storm? How does that
Fairly.
sound?
Oh.
How does that sound?
The signal will be a large group of them and a gravity well hitting them.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to stealth and basically say, give me a signal, I got a biggin, and hide. So that's my plan.
I'm gonna be up the wall with Gregor, ready,
Yes.
holding an action to use Gregor's breath.
Yeah, Alvina's got Susie back there with the intention of also using her breath. Where's there's Abby. There. I was like, where's
I'm
Abby?
also going to a quick retcon. I am going to have Drax go down the other way because I want them to come through the giant way. So
I
Drax
was
is going up
wondering,
this
it's
way.
like,
Yeah.
oh, they were behind us. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was that comment that made me realize no, they would be coming from that direction.
Yeah, that's like.
You see
ooh,
Drax
fuck.
just float down and then just float back and the other way.
Whoops.
Sorry, I misjudged the direction. They're coming from that way. Good luck.
Alright, best of luck.
With minor illusion, if I wanted to cast an illusion of a creature, would it need to be at most 5 feet tall? Because it says no bigger
Yeah.
than a 5-foot cube.
Then
Yeah.
yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You would need a higher level spell for the bigger ones.
Summon a dwarf.
An average
Some of the
height
mini
human. An under height human.
Yeah, short human. Oh, someone like five goblins. You can fit 5 goblins in a 5-foot cube.
They're pretty cramped though. And they won't be doing anything. It'll be
Nope.
just be a 2D image.
Just in a phalanx formation. They look organized.
It was more for the
Chris-
intimidation factor. It's like, oh, there's a lot of them.
No,
What,
we're not
f-
gonna.
5 goblins crushed together in a small
not-
cube.
We're not
No,
planning
that's not
intim-
intimidating at all. That's a bite-sized snack for a large creature.
We're
Okay,
not.
but if they're in a phalanx with shields and spears,
We're
that
not
looks
really-
actually
what-
kind of intimidating.
In a
There's some-
slight bottleneck.
We're not really planning intimidation. We're trying to draw them in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a thing. They'll go on to meet the shield wall, and then we attack them.
Chris, can I? Are there handholds on these statues? Can I climb to the top, please?
Right.
If possible.
Yes, you can
You can
climb through
hold their
that.
hands.
Cool. I'm going to use my tattoos. So you'll see emanating out from the dragon tattoo on my arm just a network of cables and pipelines that just sort of shift my form, almost mystique-like. And I'm just casting disguise self from the tattoo. And I now look like a tumor on the side of this giant. I'm making
do know
myself
that-
look like
You
the
do know that
same
disguise
colour.
self is for humanoids. You have to look like a human. Or
Yeah.
a humanoid.
It doesn't exactly say that in the
It
spell.
does.
No,
Does
it
it?
does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
you
it
have to
doesn't.
have the same amount of limbs that you already have, etc., etc. And you
Yes.
can't be a size bigger than you are.
Yeah, I'm not
You can't, turn
pretending.
into you can't turn into a ball on the side of a statue.
I'm not pretending to be. I'm just looking like a human. I look like a statue version of myself that's just on the shoulder of this thing.
You get a regular stealth check.
It does say,
Aw,
yeah.
what?
It's not gonna
Wait,
be.
don't you have a gargoyle cloak, or did you get rid of that?
Oh, I do have that.
It was an elven
Oh
cloak
my!
would just
That
do
literally
it.
gives you advantage and stealths among statues.
Yeah, I also have disguise self at will as a warlock. Like, it's not that useful. Like, just stealth. It's much better.
It's way better.
It's way
Fine.
better.
Fine
Guys,
then.
is for a completely different check.
I make myself look just a grey shade version of myself, and then seeing it not work, I pull up the hood on my gargoyle cloak and pull it
Look
around
at this. Look at this
me, and
shit.
I look like. Yeah.
Literally, you have the item that you are attempting to mimic.
I had forgotten about it. What do you want from me? So crouched on this giant statue's shoulder, I look like a small gargoyle. Then
It's hilarious because we flavored it such that you had this specifically so you could stealth while adventuring.
yeah.
Fuck you is going to sit by this corner here because they should be coming from this direction. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as like he hears them coming or about to turn around the corner, he's going to make it look like there's a were-rat just sleeping in the middle of the corridor using minor illusion.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wait. I approve.
Okay.
Just
But is everyone done their like preempt while you wait a couple minutes for them to roll up?
One thing the point will do before that is pull out his deck of illusion and
summon something.
summon something round about here.
Another etching just stood there.
Kind of here. So,
What, over the were-rat? Are you creating an entire nativity scene here?
Sleeping were-rat! Hidden dragon!
I say, is the were-rat there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, so the point will do this before.
The point. I summon! What?
So the card is
Please get off.
9 of clubs. So 9 of clubs
I don't know what
is
I know one of them's a demon lord, which is pretty good.
an ogre.
That's not bad.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Knowing what I know.
Why do you
Yeah,
only summon
excellent.
giants?
All right. So there's an ogre. Are we putting any were-rats or anything underneath the ogre?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, can do. But
I don't have to. I have no idea if that will be beneficial or not beneficial.
I mean, the spell only lasts. Minor illusion only lasts for a minute.
A minute.
You need that silent
Wait.
image.
Does this mean I could maybe disguise self and go and like
That's a
position myself
were-rat.
to be underneath the ogre like Deb? Like just lying out like full like Deb underfoot.
You guys know that the ogre can't talk, right?
Yeah.
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 Doesn't need to. Someone
The
can do
ogre's
something
just an
else.
animated GIF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, are we gonna try and do some ventriloquism? Okay.
Yeah. Someone do ventriloquism, please. I'm gonna disguise myself as a very, very small were-rat.
You can make
All right.
and
Because
put myself underneath the,
I have a
the
question.
ogre.
If I
They
can,
don't even know that they're were-rats, is the problem with Karen.
they do not. It's very
Yeah.
evident they have been disguising themselves as a giant.
Fair, then can I just make myself look like a dead kobold?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
yes, I was waiting for it to be obvious that people were trying to disguise as were-rats to actually say, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, he's like,
Alright,
give
yeah.
away the game that they're a were-rats.
Yeah.
Fuck, you could make
In that
the
case, I'll
ogre
make
or-
it look like a
Second
like a
kobold.
small
Second go.
yeah, second kobold then.
Doesn't
It's just
minor
two
illusion
dead
allow you?
kobolds and an ogre.
I feel like Assassin looks over at fuck you and is like, wait, I'm allowed to do this, but I feel like this is a bit rude.
Doesn't minor
Yeah, it
illusion?
does do sound as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you could make the sound from the ogre or something.
Look, anyone can attempt to make the sound. It'll determine the performance check will determine if you succeed or not.
5, 4, 5.
Definitely has to
Which
be
is
fuck you.
because I want
Definitely
to
has to be
buy
fuck
A
you.
quick 5 seconds. I'm gonna introduce the rolling thunder
Yeah, that's
before
what
we take 5-second break.
it turns out it's
as,
non-sentient.
As coming into sight, this rumbling begins to get louder and louder, almost like you can kind of get that sense of rolling thunder, like they'd mentioned. But for those a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more adventurous, you know that it's definitely not thunder, but the sound of rock on rock, kind of like thundering down a corridor or a alleyway. It's that sort of echoing that occurs from either like a cart or some sort of vehicle kind of going
it's
over
the
rocky terrain.
So it's a kind of rhythmic beat then.
Well, to put it in player terms, it is a bunch of ogres on stone bikes
It's a
rolling in.
Oh my god.
I was so close with an Oni bike again.
It's
Now
an
I'm just
ogre
thi-
biker guy.
Now I'm just thinking the rock biter from like Neverending Story 2 or 3, whatever it was, when he's riding on the giant motorbike.
As they roll in on literal stone bikes with rolling stones.
Hell fucking yeah.
As the leader comes to a halt, kind of steering in, looking down at the entrance,
Okay.
and looking at the ogre standing there over a corpse with a raised eyebrow. As we're gonna have a quick 5 seconds, you guys can discuss or have a bathroom break or do whatever, and we'll come back to the ogre encounter in a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to
Goddamn
minor
ogre
illusion. Yeah, I'm going to minor illusion them, the our ogre, to say, "This my kill. Fuck off."
I can use thaumaturgy to make that better.
Do it. Amp his
Yeah.
voice. Amp him.
Yeah, so I'm saying I can use thaumaturgy to make that better.
Yeah, go for it.
He can amplify
But-
your voice because thaumaturgy
yeah.
is awesome.
I like
that.
how the
gonna
last
start
session
blasting.
started with our us getting Wizard of Oz, and now we've started this session by us Wizard of Ozing a biker gang.
The best part is
Just
that
as you do.
in front of this ogre is here. Me and Lua just stood there behind it.
Yeah, we're all hidden, and you guys are just standing there.
Just stood there.
Just a tiefling and a human with a giant fuck
Not
off
human.
scars.
Yeah, elf.
Humanish.
Elf.
From a
I'm an
distance, you look human. Whatever.
I really don't. I've got
Well, you
very
don't-
obvious pointies and
You're
glowing
looking a bit
eyes. I'm
green
the
at the
weirdest.
gills.
I've got
Humanoid, then. Humanoid.
You humanoids all look the same.
Yeah, you damn point ears. Damn knife ears.
No, none of that here. Get the fuck out.
No elf racism. I'm the cool type of elf.
No, you're not.
I am.
Mm.
Prove him wrong.
I already have. There's a dent in his face that proves me correct.
I buffed that out.
I'll have to buff that back.
Back in a minute.
Nah. Nah.
Make it permanent.
Nah, I'm not so nah.
I'm still taking
Gonna-
your arm if you die.
Nah. I mean, the tattoo is used for the day.
Oh, it's just I don't care about the tattoo. I just want it to look. The tattoo doesn't fade on your death. It just looks like that. I'm gonna frame it.
You do know that Alvina just collects everything.
Yeah,
I'd
and
hate to
everyone.
see their house. I'd hate
You
to
have
see
no
her
idea.
tree.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
and
tree house.
a small update, mostly for fuck you. If things go wrong and they realize we're both alive, I will be casting Hunger of Hadar. I have not immunity, resistance to cold and acid, so I'm good. But just to let fuck you know that, you know.
I
I mean,
realised,
if you're
Assassin's over here, right?
No, Assassin's.
Assassin,
There or
it should be
something there.
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Assassin.
thing. Fuck you's around this corner. He's not actually going in the middle with you.
Ah,
Even
dang.
illusion.
Fair. Then yeah, I'll be there essentially just lying there in the hopes that the plan will work, and if not,
Is it,
they'll get
Are you-
Hunger of Hadar.
is the Hunger of
Is it
Hadar
obvi-
worse than
As-
Maddening Darkness?
Is it obvious that you're breathing?
Is it?
Assassin, I have a question. How fast can you run?
30 feet.
Oh, when this goes tits up, run like hell.
I
Okay.
also have a question.
fly
How does
as
Assassin
well.
breathe?
Just basically,
well,
don't be in
Well, that
the
will
area
require
you
a
currently
stealth
are.
check.
Technically, yes, I do breathe because it says I can breathe underwater, but like I don't. I have multiple types of breathing.
Yes,
essentially.
but unfortunately, you still breathe.
Yeah, I extra breathe.
All right, what I miss? How's the
Uh,
plan developed inevitably since I left?
The plan is developed by basically we're gonna amp fuck you's voice with Lou Grim,
That's my
Storm,
thaumaturgy.
and when that inevitably fails, we're gonna Hunger of Hadar and Gravity Well them and kill them all.
Fair.
I like your confidence in us.
I think so, yes. Yes, please.
The fact that
All
they're
right.
ogres makes the Gravity Well a little more annoying because they've actually got good strength.
Let's set this up. I'm going to need the ogre stat block now. All right. As describing these, as they roll up on their very clearly stone bikes, very much like from Neverending Story. You know what? They're now lowrider bikes.
I was imagining lowriders, honestly.
Yeah, same.
The ogre bike leader swings around and gets off, and you can see that all these ogres are wearing what is some sort of cured leather around their body, like they are a fantasy version of a biker's gang, as well as the ogre leader is wearing 2 chains wrapped around over their shoulder and under, kind of across their chest. The other ogres are all wearing a single chain just across their shoulder.
Do they look like standard metal chains or like the silver chains that I've got?
They look like almost kind of a mixture of in between. They look like they're steel chains, but you can kind of see a slight hint of that almost kind of reflective psychedelic property you used to twisted silver. It looks like it might be some form of alloy.
Yeah. Okay.
Rather than pure twisted silver.
Cool.
Twisted steel.
Twisted steel. Interesting. Okay. I'm sure we'll find out what that does.
Nothing, just looks shiny.
It's shiny. It's just cool.
If it was our alt characters, what they had, the ogre chains.
Oh yeah. Forgot about them.
But yes, the ogre leader gets off, steps off. The rest of the bikers just kind of park a little bit, just sitting there. All right, let's do any pre-checks I need to do. Have I got a stealth check from the professor who is stealthing in the background? And I am going to need either a dexterity or charisma stealth from Assassin when they get back, but I'll get that in a second. Oh,
And
nice.
I'm hiding over here behind this bit.
Anyone else who is hiding, also give me a stealth check.
I'm assuming Alvina and Lou are very blatantly just standing here.
Only hiding so I can
up
make
to
a
you.
dramatic entrance.
Yeah. Alvina definitely is. I'm wondering if what Lou's doing because he's just stood next to me.
Wow. Look at all that stealth check. This is a stealthy party.
I'll stay where I am. Man. Like, I don't need to move my lips to make my voice sound louder.
If someone else's voice sound
louder. Zormi, are you stealthing at all? And are we trying to stealth the Hydras, or are they just going to be sitting there?
Well, the
he's very much going to
my
be
Hydra's
there.
up the wall. I'm just trying to find the stealth.
It's just Dex, they don't have it.
Alright. Dex.
On account of being a Hydra, they do not have proficiency in stealth.
Oh, damn, a 19 though.
That's
Nice.
good, yes, real good.
For myself.
Natural one.
For you. I fell off the.
You fall.
Yeah, that's how you.
I was close. I was close.
Somehow the Hydra is stealthier than you.
Because I'm trying to. I've not got the
Stuck to
saddle
the wall.
like.
Yeah, he's just hanging on.
I think I can hang on. It turns out I can't. Whoa.
Yeah, you've not quite fully got the hang of these Hydras yet, have you?
All right, and we'll get
is the one
the
that everyone keeps having
for
trouble.
deception check from SS in a moment. So we have a ogre. So I guess let's copy the ogre over here. Ogre biker, I need to be over here. You're just a regular ogre.
Ogre not biker. Put it ogre not biker.
Ogre, no bike.
You get a green. You're a good ogre.
Hey, it's all ogre now. It's Shrek, everybody. Shrek has arrived.
It's maximum overdrive.
Yeah, I did put it that
Assassin,
way.
if you can give me either a charisma, stealth, or deception, your choice.
It's all ogre now.
I guess I'll
What does
also
that
accept
mean?
performance.
What do those mean again? Oh, but so with a charisma stealth, what does this mean?
Roll charisma. If you have proficiency in stealth, you can add your proficiency. And if you have expertise in stealth, you can add double your proficiency.
Okay, then it doesn't matter because both I don't have proficiency in stealth or deception, and they're both the same
Do
value
you
in
have
terms of
proficiency
stats.
in performance?
No.
Then just give me a charisma.
Everything's
give me a charisma
flat,
check.
So
Flat charisma.
You did not design your character to be to play dead.
no.
So let's find out if they're naturally good at.
No, that's a 14.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It
To
could be
the insight of an
worse.
ogre, you're probably good.
It's better than Zomi stealth.
Could I when they come in, can I make like a sort of death like shout of just being like, you got me. Like,
Spud!
Yeah, and with their insight of 8, they believe you.
yeah.
You just shouted, "I'm dead."
That is the most wholesome thing. It's like in the death throes of the ogre, that the illusory ogre that's just in its idle animation of just like Sid the Sloth in Ice Age going, and now I die. Just hamming it up. Love it.
Just the ogre biker leader like looking and going like, "Yup, this seems above board, folks.
Yeah,
This seems all good."
it's very, very Aidan Goatley, William Topaz McGonagall, isn't it, Kaylee? I love it. It's so fun. It's so
I'm
good.
all I'm thinking of as well is Matt Berry in the IT crowd, in the court scene, pretending he's dead and every now and then looking up
Yeah.
when he thinks no one's looking.
Having heart attacks.
I love
Yeah,
all those.
you just see like anyone who's within like proper good sight of Assassin, both of their eyes that are normally open are closed, but you just see one open like on like the side of their face that you didn't know was there, that just kind of like looks and then shuts again.
Eyes for days.
I love how
Alright,
you
so,
drew
as
a
we-
lot of circles for the bikes.
Hey, gotta know where those bikes are.
It is. I am stealing at least one of them.
Oh,
You just steal everything.
Hydra.
We
You
got
got
carry
you're
the
for
bike.
Hydra.
we
No,
got
no,
explode the bikes.
No, here's the thing.
You're
The Hydra's gonna be on the bike.
gonna
Just gotta
teach the
figure out
Hydra
how
and
to
ride
do
the
it.
bike.
Destroy the bike.
Also for
Two
Assassin's background homework, they said that they wanted to find the coolest bike so they could become the best biker leader of a biker gang in the whole world. I'm not shitting, like that's genuinely
not.
fucking pinned in the Discord. So I guess I gotta do it, right?
Yeah.
I'll get
And more
me a bike.
importantly, the DM was completely oblivious to it.
Wow, rude.
Yep, already forgotten about that until you said
I
it
mean,
right
to be
now.
fair, it was a bullshit backstory, but I'm down with my own bullshit.
Yeah.
Both as Assassin
Oh
and
God, double
Kaylee. So
It's
Double
like
bluff.
it's the great convenience. Like in the first session, I put as my homework for it is like Alvina wants a pet dragon, and then we found like a bunch of dragon eggs the next session. It's like
oh, so yeah, that means that.
Yeah,
means
that one was
anything we
also a
write
random
becomes
roll on the
canon.
table.
yeah. 8.
I think it was Lou that found the dragon eggs, and Albina was
Well,
like, yoink.
Yeah, pretty.
All right, as the ogre biker chain gang rolls in to the front of the cathedral,
What the fuck?
the party having either hidden themselves to create illusion or just standing behind illusions, the ogres disembark from their stone bikes, and the ogre biker leader begins to kind of menacingly stroll forward, his feet thundering against the ground as he gets part of the way towards the entrance. Looks dead at the ogre illusion and the beautiful performance of Assassin dying, and calls out in giant, "Gurk nah! Nah! That only the professor,
Oh,
all the way
God.
at the back, is able to understand.
What do I hear? I do have tongues. I should have cast that on someone who was at the front line. Fuck. What do I hear? What do I hear?
I will let you know if you want to attempt to tell the rest of the party, but as you are stealthed and away from the party, and do not, I believe, natively have telepathy without stealing it from someone.
I've got. I could steal it.
But unfortunately, Drax is not in line of sight.
And
What I
And also-
could do is, I
but
know the professor
Assassin
can
has-
speak giant, so
Oh.
I can use my awakened mind to ask the professor, what the fuck did he say?
Yes!
Oh my
There we
god,
go.
that's such a fucking clutch move! Yes, Neil!
Beautiful.
Who says Aberration Warlock's bad?
Yes. Oh man!
Excellent.
Yeah.
As
I
Lou,
didn't
you
wanna
get
say
to
it.
establish the connection with the professor.
Eyes go wide and think, oh shit.
Professor, you hear a telepathic incoming call. Do you accept all charges? You just hear, you just see a little like cognitive image in the eye of your mind, and just underneath it, powered by President Control.
Trademark!
Incredible. They've got their own branding and everything.
I'm
What a
totally
girl
buying it.
boss.
Do
What a
you
boss.
accept this telepathic communication into your head?
President Control is a girl boss confirmed.
do I see Luke with my?
Is there a little picture of Lou Grimm, like
Yeah,
his profile?
Do
yeah,
you
it's-
have
it's-
caller ID?
Ah!
Yeah, I like to think as a robot, I would definitely have caller ID. Do I know it's Lou Grimm rather than, for instance, the giant squid tentacle monster who also wants control of my brain?
Give me an insight check.
That's a good question.
Not but perception. I'm looking at Lou Grimm right now.
And Lou Grimm's looking at the ogre and doesn't need to look at you to establish communication.
My insight's
also
crap
like-
though.
Enough so your hit.
Perception's much higher.
There's also a giant
Damn it.
crystal in the way.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Nah, one. I didn't even call that one. I didn't even call that. That's not on me.
Unfortunately, while you have caller ID, Lou Grimm, being new to this world and the concept of caller
Doesn't
ID,
have caller
hasn't
ID.
set it up.
I'm
Unknown
not gonna
number.
burn my destiny point, and I
Yeah.
would not accept
Okay,
because
go for
I
it.
don't know that it's Drax. I'm not gonna burn my destiny point. I don't know it's Drax, so I'm not gonna accept the charges.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
All right,
That's-
Lou,
it's-
you get
it's-
a
it's very
denied
much in-
message.
It's very much in the professor's character.
it is, yeah.
The
the
ogre
number-
is
Let's
moving.
roll
Take
his
another
eyes
step
back.
forward.
Thinks to
You would
himself,
hear back.
fuck.
The brain you have reached is beyond your control, President Control. Fuck you.
The ogre takes another step forward and shouts out, "Ah! No, no! Ugh, duh."
What do I hear?
I don't think it's relevant unless you can tell the other party members. So I'm gonna. You'll understand it.
You can whisper it to me, though, Chris.
I mean, Albina is just
Really,
going
that's
to
gonna take so much work.
bellow at
And
the
also-
loudest she can.
and also
Shut
I-
up!
Wait,
And
wait
also
for,
I
wait for, yeah, wait
I-
for the
I have message.
minor illusion to go off.
Yeah, I can still hear it. I have message, and if it's hostile, I'm gonna attack. And pretty much as soon as that happens, Alvina will take the hint and just rage.
No, Albina's got
no.
something else first.
I point the copper wire at the professor and say, "What the fuck did he just say?"
For note, everyone, remember, message does have verbal, somatic, and material components. It is, while you are whispering, you are still casting the spell, which in Alterra will create the circle of arcane light that is used when casting spells and will break any stealth checks that you may have.
In future, I need to remember that I do have comprehend languages, and that just works for spoken languages. I don't get to speak back, but I do understand. But obviously, that also does verbal, somatic, material component.
But you get the vibe that he's kind of questioning or inquiring the ogre, and the professor, you are aware that is what he's doing. I will let you know if he gets like super hostile, like attack or anything, and then you can react. But first, let's see
Yeah.
what the rest of the party's going to do.
So the minor illusion goes off.
I'm still
Um,
doing the copper wire to him, but I'm hoping Gregor was in the way enough to.
Okay, well, let's get back to that in a second. Let's see if anyone wants to respond to like the first shout and then the second while that was happening, and then we'll follow through with the completion of the spell.
Yeah, so my minor illusion, doing it as a sound base rather than visual based. It's gonna shout back in common. This my kill. Fuck off.
Okay. Go ahead and
Midday.
and you can have that come out of the ogre since you're controlling it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Given
I was
the
gonna use
ogre's
my thaumaturgy to amplify that.
Okay, given the ogre is not intelligent or wise, he immediately believes it is coming from the ogre. But I am going to need a persuasion check at disadvantage because you're not speaking giant.
Could I make like a oh god the pain as I like wiggle underneath, like just to add to the extra like I thought
Is
I
your
was
last
dead.
breath or oh
I'm
Jesus?
still alive.
The point can also
God. Like
control the ogre a little bit. So the illusion ogre will just take a single step a threatening step forwards.
That's fair. I would also allow intimidation if you have expertise or proficiency in that as well, because I realized we're dealing with ogres.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got intimidation.
Is it higher than your persuasion?
It is, yes.
That makes
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Do
Am I re-rolling or?
I'm gonna go with no, simply because you rolled a 1.
Yeah, the
Fair
one
enough.
would not have saved anyway. To be
Yeah,
fair.
I would have saved it anyway. And also, Huh?
I'm going to use my destiny point on
That's
that. Then.
okay. All right, go for it then. I'll allow that.
So let's just do that. Just intimidation.
And the destiny point just gets a
13.
roll. 13. Okay,
It's
no,
not a natural one.
let me just check the DC on the ogre's own
Right.
one. No, they have a DC set by their charisma.
Ah, probably lower
Wow.
than 13.
While an ogre may be intimidating, they are also easily intimidated.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? Like they will immediately serve any giant that they see. Isn't that their thing or something like
Yeah,
that?
they're all bark,
Mm.
no bite.
Yeah, they're bullies.
The ogre leader, however, the ogre leader does also have
Sure.
additional stuff.
Yeah, he's big.
They're harder to. They've kind of got the backing of their entire biker, so it's harder to intimidate them. So unfortunately, that doesn't look to have. It looks to have given them pause. Like he's gonna stop and kind of accept this. He also kind of has this kind of furrowed brow, staring at the ogre, confused by this kind of strange ogre never seen before. While that's happening, Zormir, you're able to get your message off over to the professor. You kind of the rest of the party kind of watch the biker's leader kind of glance a little bit to the left, just hearing this slight kind of arcane magic, but doesn't seem to want to take his eyes off the ogre himself. Professor, you hear a kind of whispered message in your ear, since it is arcane rather than psionic. Zormir, go ahead and with your message.
What did that giant say to us?
Professor, you would be aware that the ogre leader was effectively demanding, who are you? What are you doing on our turf? State your purpose. And then his follow-up message of, answer me now or else.
You'd hear back. He wants the ogre illusion to answer his questions.
It's
Why are they
verbal.
on his turf?
It's verbal, not psychic. So it would be your robot voice.
Huh. He wants the ogre, the same but in the professor voice.
Yeah. Easier.
He wants the ogre to answer their questions. Why are they on their turf? Why did they not answer? I do have a play, but it would mean utilizing the
probably
last
cut
of my
halfway.
reserve energy.
Unless you're.
Hello? Is this thing on? Oh, shit.
Because it's only, what, 25 words or something?
25 words usually, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Or it
Is this
could be
thing
a-
on? Oh, dear. I'm talking to myself now, aren't I? Here I am, stood on a shoulder of a statue, talking to myself. Oh, shit, he's talking again. The ogre leader is talking again.
But what is the rest of the party doing anything? The ogre leader seems to be kind of staring down your illusion ogre.
Albina is just readied action for basically raised weapon, or do they have weapons drawn at the moment?
They do not. They actually don't seem to be wearing or wielding any weapons other than the chains around them.
Okay. Indication of violence, singularity slash in all of them. Because I can actually catch everything in the entire corridor in front of me. So, assassin, move if that happens.
No, that's fair, and that will be determined by initiative order if it's called. Okay, but you're ready to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're effectively waiting until Assassin's kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Assuming Assassin beats you in initiative.
Oh no!
Albina's going to do it very quickly, and she's going to really hope that Assassin's out of the way. Actually, Albina's going to step up. Can she do that? Just step up to basically the side of the ogre so she can miss Assassin, essentially? She'll just do that. And then, bam!
Yeah, you can. And in fact, the ogre actually, this was when I was going to start him, the ogre kind of looking behind him at Lugrim and yourself, and he's going to call out, what about those two? Again in giant, but, I guess the professor can potentially break his stealth to message back, or you guys kind of get the idea of the ogre leader kind of just pointing at Alvina and Lou and kind of taking that step forward of the rough vibe of what he's doing.
Alvina's just going to bellow out, ignore me and that one, and just bellow it herself. In common.
This takes the ogre a bit more kind of defensive as he starts to kind of clutch at his chain. And he does speak a tiny bit of common.
Chris, at Alvina doing this, might I use my bonus action to shift my final 3rd level slot into points, and then and then shift those points into a 2nd level slot, and cast Prismatic Force and make it seem like the ogre ahead of him catches fire and sort of rages. Essentially, I'm casting Prismatic Force on the ogre leader to make this seem like a less good option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I'll allow that. No, that's fine. You had the kind of time while waiting for this to use your bonus actions.
Fully aware Alvina's ramping up to something. So as soon as she shouts, I'm like, no choice. Last of my magic kind of thing.
As soon as
no counterspelling happening here.
As soon as Fuck You sees the leader grab the chain, he's going to cast Heat Metal on it.
And it's just got fire as well.
That works. Yes. So the ogre illusion's fists catch fire, like it's
Natsu from Fairy Tale.
I was thinking more like Fire Leader Ozai. Fire.
That's honestly basically the same. That's basically the same.
Cool. Yeah, my knowledge of anime is limited. I'll trust your judgment on that. Yeah. So essentially, the ogre illusion looks like it sort of rages and catches its fists catch fire, kind of thing. Trying to make it look even more threatening.
Okay, so am I doing any saves or anything for the Prismatic Force?
Sorry, Phantasmal Force.
For Phantasmal Force? Or is that just flavoring the ogre illusion?
I mean, it's up to you. It would be an intelligence saving throw from the ogre.
One second, let me just double check.
There's no
Phantasmal Force.
I don't know how intelligent they are, but it'd be against a DC 18. So
if they've got a -2, they won't be.
I don't think they can physically pass, but they might. It meets and beats and all that.
Yeah, basically trying to make it look big and look beefy and look like a mage and look like a deterrent kind of thing, Because ogre mages, of course, are a thing.
They used to be Oni.
Well, they still aren't.
Now, technically, you can have ogres. Oni are like a different species in like standard D&D, at least.
They have a -3 in.
Oh God!
So they can't make it. They can't.
Alvina's smarter in
They
something.
literally did not. Even with a nat 20, they could not make it.
Damn.
Alvina's officially smarter than something, guys. It's happened.
Right, so I'm going to deal an extra bit of damage to him on top of the chain metal, since you're effectively damaging with the illusion of there is fire. I believe it's a D6 psychic he gets.
It would be a D6, but only if it sort of interacts. It's phantasm created to appear as a creature can attack the target. A phantasm created to appear as fire, pool of acid, lava can burn the target. Each round on your turn, phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic to the target if it is in the phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the phantasm, provided the illusion is of a creature or hazard that could logically deal damage, such as by attacking. So if you want to rule that
since
Phantasm looks like it's casting heat metal, you could, of course, do an extra d6 psychic.
Yeah, that's what I was going to add it on to the fact that there's literally fire, and this kind of reinforces that, as that's what the illusion is attempting to kind of portray to them.
Nice.
For heat metal, the ogre leader is going to try and do a con save to hold on to his chains.
I mean, if it's wrapped around him at the moment,
It's fair. He can it's only wrapped around like kind of like a band,
right?
Or like a sheath, so you can still kind of throw it off, but
So it's
he's
not
not going
literally
to. Do it. He's
wrapped
trying to
around
take
him.
it.
Touching
I
his
was
skin.
imagining like the Kratos ones, but not attached to him. That's what I've been imagining.
As
Oh,
a 20 to actually keep the
Right.
chain, he is going to take the brunt of that.
No, I think it's if he makes it, he.
Oh, he doesn't have to drop it. Yeah,
He doesn't
that's
have
what I mean by he's gonna take it. He's not gonna try and like throw it off him or anything. He is gonna keep it
Alright.
on his person. He does not want to lose his chain.
I like his chains. I get that.
Fair
That's
enough.
actually better. That's better for us, honestly.
Yeah, he's basically being stubborn.
Mhm.
And also kind of a show of leadership of he's not like bowing down to the damage.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
Alpha ogre.
roll your
I like this
2d8
It
unless
was.
you're casting a higher level.
You got 5. It was 5.
Yeah, it was 5. It rolled when I cast it.
All right, 5. He doesn't have anything against damage or anything. And go ahead and roll your extra psychic. He takes 2 more.
That's to GM, so I'll turn that off.
I have that set to toggle. Like I
Yeah.
can do it. Per
Yeah,
roll.
so is mine, but yeah,
Oh, I said he's had it.
it was set from last week to GM because it was whispering a lot.
Did you do that?
Hmm.
But he takes that damage and
Concentrating on that.
he's got kind of stuck between hard place. You know, he's got his pride, he's got an
rope.
entire biker gang behind him.
Mhm.
Can't exactly bow down. He's clearly being attacked here from the ogre and whatever Alvina just did. You know, is he gonna take this? I don't think he does. I don't think he can.
Yeah.
Not with their furious tempers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna set the biker leader off as he is going to grab the flaming heated chain now.
Yeah.
Or I guess just the glowing heated chain. It's not like it's actually on
Mhm.
fire. He is going to, while still holding it, and you can see a little bit of like steam coming from his flesh as he's gripping the chain. He's gonna kind of pull it down. It smashes into the ground at his feet, and you can see on the kind of hammer-like head of this chain is the kind of metal carved face of an ogre.
I like this.
And he is going to kind of pull up, swing it once around his head, and fling it towards. And this will either be Alvina or the ogre itself. You know what? In this new world, ogres not only are furious, they are racist as hell.
It's the trigger of him like slamming it into the ground. We'll have Alvina doing the. She's had both her swords drawn the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's fair. So as he's kind of picking it up to swing, let's go ahead and trigger the reactions. Alvina, as you've already stepped up from essentially the previous kind of like couple seconds, you're able to just slash down now.
Boom! It hits everything in that area because it's a 90-foot cone. So it's a bam! That whole section. So I think it might even hit that guy that's slightly around the corner.
Quite possibly.
Oh, not quite. It just misses those
Ooh.
2. It's those 2 at the back, I think, that it misses. I know it misses the ones at the back row. So
Right, good
4
to
at
know.
the back, yeah.
that one, that one,
That one,
and these
the
2.
at the corner, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it gets 9 of them. I'm going to do the 8 at the back first, and I'll do the leader in a second.
I should.
This is a DC 20.
DC 20
Mhm.
strength save, yep.
Hot damn, I forgot how high I made that.
Yeah, you made it legendary. It's not beastly save.
They have the potential, they have a +4, so if they get a 16 or higher, they remain standing.
Yep.
At least one of them.
One
And
guy.
it's going to be this one right behind the leader.
Yeah.
It's the only reason.
Second in
let's
command.
do-
Yeah, he's the lieutenant. Lieutenant Ogre.
Let's just shut them down. Lieutenant Ogre. And
He's
the
vice
biker
president.
leader actually has a vantage on this from unrelenting strength.
Yeah.
And is got an extra. It's got +6 to this.
Damn.
For a 17, does not make it as the leader 2 goes down.
I'm guessing I couldn't do something whilst this all happens too.
Depends if you, Alvina had already kind of ready to be able to do this. What did you have in mind?
Oh yeah, mine would require movement because I was gonna put Gregor out there, do his thing, and cast lightning.
That would just be your first turn on the actual
Yeah,
initiative order.
Yeah.
As I think it's sure the ogres who aren't just like slammed down to the ground, like this one ogre behind the leader who seemed to have, with the leader just dropping, is just standing there looking directly at Alvina and the ogre. I think that's going to call for initiative, as with their furious tempers and racism, the ogres are not going to stand for this. It's time for a good old-fashioned biker gang war.
Let's punch some fucking ogres!
Hell yeah!
Yeah!
So I'm going to go throw an ogre over here just so I can add it to a turn order.
Yes, advantage finally paying off for the first time.
Oh, they have a -1 to their initiative. Oh,
Hey, like
5.
me!
They're clumsy. They're big, strong, and actually pretty fast, if memory serves. Oh, they are in Warhammer.
Yeah.
So far,
Well, they
Glenn's going
clumsy.
first.
Dex is my dump stat.
Big
I
legs.
have no dump stats. I don't know what you mean. Every one of my stats is perfectly intended to do that.
It's
Yes.
the only negative I have, and then everything else is 12 or above.
Same, actually. Above my charisma,
Perfectly
charisma.
intended, wasn't it, Jamie?
So all of the point stats are either 14 or 17.
What?
That's it.
What the
My lowest
hell
is
did you
14.
roll?
To be
Man.
honest, I got a lot of good stats as well.
I think it was a 13, 3 14s, a 15 and a 17, and then racial bonuses.
That's cool. I rolled mine in front of Chris, and yeah, I rolled 1-8, and the rest were like even numbers. Like I got 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 on my sheet right here, and it's
I got perfect barbarian
Oh,
stats. I
man.
got 15, 16, 17,
lovely.
7, 12, 10. No, 7, 12, 7, 11, 10. And
Wow,
racial bonus
two
make up
roots.
my wisdom. I got great stats. I love them. Dumb as a rock. Hey,
All right, I believe that's everyone on initiative. God, this initiative is so long.
yeah, there's a lot of us.
All right, as it's pretty fair, this biker gang is they are ogres. The party is well aware of the temper and ferocity of the roger.
Ogres.
And those who haven't fallen
It's a
Assassin's not on
ninja
it.
ogre.
Okay.
are going to kind of take their chain off them and start kind of just like still bundled around one arm. Are going to just kind of start swinging the little bit of the chain next to the hedge, kind of around next to their person as they're kind of like taking a step forward, kind of menacingly just getting the chains ready to go. As
You
Fook
need
you,
to reorganize it again because Assassin just rolled a 6.
It's added to initiative.
Oh, it's because I got 2 points, right? I counted 8 and was confused as to. Thought
I
I had
got
one.
the 8.
The point. What did you roll?
That was quite high.
I rolled 17. I actually
Alright,
remember
forget
to
about the
play
13.
token this time.
Yeah.
Right, no, apparently I had a couple initiatives on there. I don't actually realize. Thought I'd cleared it.
Oh, they were clear on our end. It was hidden from
Yeah.
us.
Fair. It'll be because I'm from a different screen. Fuck you are first up in the initiative.
No, I'm not.
As
Gwent is.
Gwent is.
Squint. He's got
Look,
19.
Look, who's fourth
Oh.
initiative. We actually got good rolls for once.
I have Gwent as 19 for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Who's
I've got 14.
What, 14.1.
You I have 2 fuck yous as well.
14.16.
God damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Why do I keep counting 8 multiple times when there's more than 8? What is wrong with me? Gwent, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to burst out of hiding, or rather sheepishly step out of hiding, move up to Lou, and then I'm going to Sacred Flame the one guy that's still standing.
Still just not like slumped prone on the ground. Sacred Flame. What am I? I'm making a dex save?
Yes.
Nope. 1 second, let's actually roll that. 11.
Yep, takes the. Oh, actually, 11 sacred damage as well.
Takes it. You just see him like hopping about with the chain. Just.
Light fire as well.
Right fire. Is that your turn?
Yep, because I used all my movement to get over there for once. Like, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Alvina, you have managed to prone half of the biker squad.
Albina's gonna do what Albina does best. She's gonna bellow in rage and charge the standing guy who's closest.
Huzzah.
For player notes, Assassin is planning on creating a bottleneck with Hunger of Hadar, so that means they can't come in without passing through it. So they'll at least take some damage. So remember that's a thing that I'll be doing at the end of the round, basically. So don't get caught in that, folks.
Hey,
Also,
hey,
you know, in
Assassin,
fact-
I'm all the way back here, so
The
we're all
fact,
good.
by the way, which is actually technically good for this as well. Albina can't actually get to the ogre biker. He's 5 feet out of his movement range.
Oh.
Go for the leader then.
Yes, he's gonna go for the leader and try and hack his fucking head off.
And I'm
They've
ranged,
only-
so
They've only
it's
taken
fine.
46 damage, so I'll take that.
46 plus my 5 damage as well.
Oh yeah, he's taking even more this one.
Did you roll the psychic damage as well, James?
They did. They got 2.
Alright.
So he's taking a little over 50.
Nice.
So I've taken about 50 odd points of damage so far.
So Albina's gonna recklessly attack, obviously, because she doesn't.
I mean,
have
he's prone, isn't he?
She's gonna
they
do
are
it
prone.
anyway.
Okay.
It seems in character for her to just reckless constantly. So
Once we all know they're probably not going to survive to get attacked anyway. Ogre's going to immediately die.
that's a 26 to hit
That hits.
with 28 damage.
28 damage.
Second now.
Jesus.
Applying damage to all of the downed ogres, apart from the leader, are bloodied. The
Hey,
leader is not yet. How much damage?
28.
28. They are still alive.
Okay, she's gonna do a second attack. 20 to hit with 16 damage.
They take it. They are still alive.
Okay. And since she raged, she can't do her third attack. So that's
All right.
You're gonna
It
bam,
is your turn.
bam, bam, bam.
To the end of Alvina's next turn. So this will be the end of your next turn.
Yep.
Since you did this before your turn.
Yeah.
As you can see the... I'm going to keep them with the status effect just because they're still prone until their turn. To remind me, but the point, it is your turn.
Okay, the point will, as dramatically as possible without doing any actual spells, emerge from his hiding place and step forwards to about there.
All right.
And he will... Obviously, tattoo's still glowing, I assume.
Yes, and you can still hear the melody, the sorrowful, mournful melody at the back of your head.
Okay, in which case, he will...
Could
He
you
will-
not have
he will
like
yell
minor
at-
illusions, some smoke or mist as you
I
appeared?
could, but that would take my action, and I have other plans for that.
Okay, fair enough.
So he will yell at the bikers, "Turn back now. This place is protected. Or prepare to face the wrath of the One." And up to you, Chris, if I can do this. Can I cast Catapult on the illusory card?
Ooh.
Yes, I'll allow this.
Fire the ogre
So-
cannon!
Fire the ogre!
But can I fire that straight down 90 feet?
Doesn't the card say on it if it moves?
If it moves, the ogre disappears.
Yeah.
So the point. So I was going to check if I could do this first.
Okay.
So I will say, "Begone, foul beast," and allow this ogre to disappear at my word as I fire the card at whoever it hits first.
The card still looks to the ogre
Okay.
biker leader like it's on fire, though.
The flaming
Fine
card!
by me.
Would you like to launch it at the one still standing up? Or at the ogre leader themselves? Who is still prone and would have disadvantage attacking for any ranged attacks.
At the one still standing up. I
Alright,
trust
go ahead
the.
and do your catball attack.
It must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's catball dex save.
It's a dex save.
Cool. I use catapult more often. Holy shit!
And
That's
I'm
a
charging it at
15.
third level. 15.
Does a
Okay.
15 make it?
No.
It does make it. Cheers.
Aw.
I feel safe.
Any half damage?
Takes some
Okay.
damage, right?
On a successful save,
Okay.
it just hits the next person behind them. Well, they also have to make a dex save and so on. But it only goes 90 feet, so it would go.
I overshot the guy I meant
It's
to
the
hit.
ballista.
but
It sounds about here.
It's fine. I got the guy behind him.
So there's just the one guy. The one guy left.
The standing
And he
ogre
fails.
fucking jumps out of the way as his card whizzes through the air, and it just like plunges into the guy behind.
Yep.
All right. Roll for damage.
Dodged a brick there.
Did you throw a fucking brick?
20
20
damage?
bludgeoning damage.
How is it that high? Oh,
Because
third
I
level.
cast it at third level. I only have third level
Oh.
spell slots left.
Oh yeah, you don't have meta
With
magic.
13 health left, how do you fucking kill the
Oh,
ogre
God.
behind them?
Jesus. Slice through the
I
jump.
want this gambit style, this card to just slice through its neck so quickly you don't see the card. Just the neck is severed.
Oh, you're gonna sort of like
And
gambit
force.
him.
I was thinking
Can you-
like Alhambra from Helsing. He's got the cards like slice through buildings. It's like that.
Yeah.
And the
So not
screen...
only does an
and the-
ogre vanish from in front, but an ogre in the middle of their group just fucking dies.
can just mournful
Cause
music
of mass
play.
confusion.
Mournful music plays and the screen goes white except for the black outline of an ogre whose neck shifts slightly on an angle
Head
down.
falls off. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh, you know what?
Samurai movie.
Oh, the point. Give me an intimidation check.
Okay, the point is not good at
Let's see
intimidation.
if you can break their morale.
yeah, but you're a bard. You've just got charisma.
Natural one!
Hey,
Oh.
the point is very.
I am going to spend a
intimidating.
fate to fix this. I'm spending a fate.
Okay.
Mm.
6!
Natural 2!
Natural 2!
The
I'm
point
not
was you want
only-
to
The dice
not
say
wasting a fate
no.
on mine.
Not only does this not break morale,
galvanize.
this rallies the other ogre bikers as you have killed one of their own.
Oh,
This
no.
rallies, this galvanizes their resolve.
You know,
As the other bikers begin to
Oh,
pick
man.
themselves up, the effect of the sword being undone now, you can see all their eyes turn in rage. You can see the fire behind each of them. Their pride has been galvanized. They are now enraged. Point, is that your turn?
The point,
Ah.
just the end of his term, will just say, "Oh no."
The bard doing what they're good at, rallying the people.
That is the point.
Fuck you,
sir.
now it's your turn.
Okay. Is the ogre biker leader still holding onto his chain?
Yes.
Okay, then. Bonus action. I'm going to heat metal it again.
Hmm.
Because it's a concentration and I can just keep doing that over and over.
See if to
Equals
repeat the
also.
con save to keep a hold of it, or is that just a one-time thing?
I think it's
As
just a
long
one.
as long as Ben concentrates, I think.
Oh no, it was more about when he takes the damage, does he potentially have to drop it? But
Yeah, I think he
It's
does
pretty-
because most of you cast it on armor, which means
Yeah.
there's no point. But I think if it's a weapon, it does.
Yeah, so if a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a concentration throw or drop the object if it can.
Yeah.
So so
Yeah.
you'd be taking the damage for nice 12 points of fire
Oh,
damage, and it would need to make a con save.
ooh, a 15.
15 that fails my con save, so it drops it.
All right, he drops one of his 2 chains, or at least
Oh, it's got
releases
two
it.
chains.
Two
Yeah, the
chains.
biker leader had 2. The
Oh.
ogres have 1. The other ogres have 1.
Fair enough. So now he's technically not got his chain to hand, or has he got one in each hand?
He hasn't taken off the other one yet, so he's just dropped the one that he had prepared.
Okay, so he's technically unarmed at the moment.
It's
Okay.
his favorite
Yes.
chain. You've already made him drop
Yep.
his favorite one.
So in that case, I am going to, run up 20 foot.
Are you going to nick it?
No,
120 feet.
I don't think I've got the strength to steal it.
Probably.
Yeah, you probably do. My
I'll steal
strength
you one
is
after.
9.
I'll steal you one after. I've got 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll steal you one after.
So, I'm gonna slash at him or stab at him with my rapier.
All right, you have advantage because he's prone.
And also
Yep.
because Alvina.
And also
And
because
also
of Alvina.
because of Alvina.
Don't you have
Professor,
mage
you're up
hand,
next.
Ben?
You can't
And it's
attack
a
with-
crit.
You can't attack with Mage Hand.
Oh, she.
No,
that-
but take the
that's-
chain. Damn.
Yeah, it can only carry up to 10 pounds, and the chain's probably heavier than that.
Probably, but
And that's 10 piercing damage to it.
no.
The ogre leader kind of looks up to you as you're running up to him, stares you dead in the eye. You can see his eyes also inflamed. He looks at you and goes, "You die now. I
Okay.
crush you."
As fuck you runs up, he's just gonna shout "fuck you" and stab him in the eye.
With his 9 health left,
Ah, wow.
Hell yeah, fuck you.
how do you end the ogre biker leader?
So as he's staring "fuck you" in the eye, he just shouts "fuck you" and stabs him in the eye, and the rapier goes through his skull, the back of his skull.
Like 100 damage to that poor bastard in one round. It's like an ambush.
I mean, it was literally an ambush.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna move his 10-foot back.
He has 118 health.
Yeah, 19 damage in like the first 4 initiatives. Holy shit.
He did 119 because he had 9 hit points left to the 10 damage. All right, Fuku also give me an intimidation check as you kill their leader, this time with advantage.
Advantage, alright.
Oh, fuck you.
Since you did kill their leader,
Kill
which
the leader.
has a pretty good effect of breaking a company's morale.
This removes the galvanization to the
And
point.
if it's good enough, we
28.
could.
That's a 28.
Wow, damn.
As all the ogres who are on the ground look up, all the ones who are still standing, kind of trying to get ready to attack, all look at you as the ogre biker leader just gives their last breath and slumps to the ground. And they all just kind of stare. The atmosphere goes
Yeah.
quiet. They
So
all look at each other.
As fuck you's backing up, he's just like doing the double middle fingers, backing up.
Boom!
Suka style.
Yeah.
Clearly, the biker ogres have not only just been galvanized, they've also just lost their steam. they're all questioning if they should continue this with their leader dead. The professor, it's your turn though before they get a chance to do anything.
Rout them! Completely rout them!
I'm gonna
Fireball.
completely route them, but I'm probably gonna have to use my my destiny to do what I'm gonna do.
You got a grenade.
I basically
Zombie
I
within the
want the
professor.
Hydra to come to here, but I want to end up jumping across to here, so I'm guessing I need to use destiny to go there and jump over to the other side of Alvina. Because I mean, it wouldn't use all the movement to get Gregor to
Okay.
here.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm trying to get Gregor to here, and
Mhm.
then be on that side of Alvina.
Okay.
Would that take more than the
Jump.
movement, or would I have
Of
to
the
use?
Hydra?
Well,
No, that should be
it's
fine.
Well, because you're halfway up a wall.
it's more. I'm going to put Gregor here and have him attack, and then I'm going to go here myself. Would
No,
that?
that's fine. No, that's fine.
Just jump.
But you know, if you want to use a destiny point,
You're on the Hydra's back. You haven't used any of your movement. You've used the Hydra, right?
Basically,
Technically, he uses some of his movement because the Hydra counts as like a moving object, like a
that's
broom.
why I was saying use my
Okay.
destiny to allow me to do the fancy
Yeah,
roll
I'm
off.
fine if you just kind of like it's only an extra 10 feet of just moving around them.
All right. Well, Gregor's going to use his breath, and I'm going to just. Wait. Where is it? Give me my spells. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
All right, what is that? A 5-10 foot line?
It's a 5-foot line,
5-foot line.
100 feet.
Who would you like to put that through? Oh wow!
Through
Okay, let's
these
see
ones.
how many we can get in one. Okay, I'm just gonna assume we can get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna
At least
say
4.
5.
It's,
I'm even gonna give you one on the right for the free.
Okay.
Take a
5
nice diagonal.
deck saves. Yeah, exactly. These are all -1. They have to get 17 or higher. One of them.
One does.
a lot of them are still prone, so when you get disadvantage against deck saves, isn't that a thing for prone?
Is that? I'm pretty sure.
I think that's a thing for prone.
It only really matters on this last guy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. He is prone. I'm just gonna roll again. A 14 this time, so they all fail.
All right. So they all take 28 lightning damage. And
no, disadvantage against deck save isn't a prone.
No, I thought that was a thing on prone. Fair enough. Like, I think I've got.
I actually don't think it matters if you're doing 28 damage.
Mm-hmm.
They have 13 health left.
Hey, nice.
It doesn't matter if they fail or succeed. As your lightning just courses through them, and you just well, describe to me what happens to this line of ogres.
It fires out as Zarmir, and then the lightning just travels through all their chains, just jumping from one ogre to the next.
Oh, nice! They're twisted steel becoming a conductive material. Alrighty then. Is that Zormir for now?
Gregor was going to use this acid breath.
Yes, but he'll have to wait until the support round, so I'm going to let the professor go first.
Right.
The professor, it's your turn.
Something. Those two at
Killed
the
a
back, I
bunch of
think,
them.
might be still alive.
Yeah, you have killed a bunch of them, but I want some of those bikes and
Those
also
two didn't
the,
get gravity well.
and also the bodies. Could I?
Oh no, they didn't.
Yeah, those two might be alive still.
Can
They're
I?
bloody.
Fucked up, but
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Leaping forward in front of Abigail. Point the Wand of Wonder at that dude there, and unleash hell.
you're gonna heal him.
I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. 43.
Fireball yourself.
43 is a lightning bolt.
You
Nice.
son of a bitch.
A lightning
I'm so
bolt.
sorry. I know. I am so sorry.
Wait
From
a minute.
you?
So sorry. Yep.
You miss him! You bastard!
You hit
I'm
Alvina.
so sorry.
You hit no one
just
except
hit
for
me.
Alvina.
You hit me! And nobody
Wait,
else!
actually, you just hit me.
It would hit Zormir.
Oh,
yeah.
you just hit Zombie, thank fuck. Wait, so it's the worst deck! I just realised!
Thank fuck, it's just Zormir you hit.
So Zormir and the Ogre Biker make a deck save.
No, the Ogre Bike is out of range.
Yeah, he's out of range.
It's 100 feet.
It's
It's
just
150
Zormir
feet.
you
You just
hit.
hit
You're just
Zombie
hitting
and nobody
me.
else.
But the Wand of Wonder does say choose a target within 120 feet of you.
Yeah, but still,
Hey.
it's the lightning
The
bolt.
guy's past 120 feet.
There's
No, but I
120
ran.
feet.
With the
Yeah, I
origin.
ran forward. That's why It
Yeah,
does say
he's
100 foot
120
line.
feet.
Destiny
Oh,
point.
oh.
Destiny point and say the origin of the lightning's there. Or roll of kill. Roll of kill.
Oh,
Maybe, actually. That's cool.
The origin of the lightning's where?
On the Ogre Biker, not on the Professor.
Interesting.
Or the one.
If he spends his
'Cause-
destiny.
As the one
I'm
that
not
wonders,
spending-
it's
I'm
all
not, spending,
weird.
I'm not spending my fucking destiny points.
Goodbye, Zombie. You're
Or
gonna take
you're
a
gonna
lightning
hit
bolt.
me.
Well, I'm hitting you then.
Oh goddamn! You're gonna die next. You're dying next.
The Professor is
Hey,
going. It's been nice knowing
blame-
you, Professor.
Blame Lugrin. He's the
Why?
one who
Let's
gave
say
me
the effect
the
causes
wand.
cast the spell from the wall. The wand.
You asked
Yeah.
for it. I
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, its
Trade
range
it.
becomes 120 feet if it isn't already.
Oh, thank God. It at least hit the Ogre Biker as
It
well.
does actually hit the Ogre Biker. It extends the range if it's less than 120.
That's good to know then.
Where was that? I didn't read that.
The effect causes you to cast a spell from the wall.
Oh, yes, yes!
Mm.
Hooray!
If the spell
So it
normally
does
has
hit
a
the
range
biker.
expressed in feet, its range becomes 120 feet if it isn't already. If the effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target.
Yeah, I just have it
Legit-
open to the effects.
But also
If
known as
the
the person who wrote that spell, that item, realized what could happen. And
Yes.
If an
Realize
effect
this
has
exact.
multiple possible subjects, the DM randomly determines which ones are affected. If you ever cast a spell that targets multiple people or can multiple people, I get to roll randomly.
Oh fuck yes! What
yeah,
haste to be in there.
But unfortunately, Zorbir, I am going to need a dex check as a roll for damage.
Cool.
I'm gonna use my destiny to give me advantage on this.
I'll allow that. By which means that's
Oh,
actually
fuck you, Destiny! Fuck you, Destiny!
Destiny does not have interest this week.
Coming from behind you, from where allies are, you just aren't expecting this. This betrayal, this inevitable betrayal.
Sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I palm Abigail the Wonder, and just point at her. Oh, that was that. Give me the wands, Abigail. No, bad. We should not shoot the doctor. I will take this now.
Shoot, not shoot, Professor.
Ow! What the hell?
I don't
even-
Is that your turn?
I have no spell slots to even do things like absorb elements or anything left either.
Yeah, I have no spell slots either. That's why I'm using my wand. Give me a break here. Oh, I could have told the dead.
If this doesn't entrench the animosity between Zormir and the professor, I don't know what will.
No,
It definitely isn't helping your case.
Yeah, I know. I am so sorry. I had careful spell as well. I could. Oh, terrible.
Don't even have absorb
do
elements.
anything on that.
The professor, is that your turn now?
That's my whole turn to rush
And
forward. and shoot
Gregor
my
gets
ally.
to go ahead and do his acid breath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mind what I'm doing here? Is it a dex or a con?
I believe it's Dex. Give me a second. I've got the Hydra sheet up.
I think it is dex. What's the range on Gregor's acid breath?
It is 30-foot line, 5 foot wide. So that way, I guess.
Yeah.
It just
Whatever
hits
way's gonna
that guy.
catch the
It hits
most.
that guy. It only hits him. 'cause
That
the only
guy
thing I think
fails.
is dead. Yeah.
Roll for damage.
Where's the damage?
48. It's 48.
48.
Yep.
Alright.
I always have the sheet up for Susie, so.
Oh, and charges of that as well. Jesus.
18.
It takes them. Hilariously, this ogre biker is actually still standing somehow. Really bad, but still standing. Lou Grim, you're just seeing your party just. You're seeing the tempo of these ogres getting fierce and angry and enraged, then getting like galvanated and really getting enraged. Then watching their leader die and go like, oh, maybe we should. Watching half their numbers get killed. Oh shit!
This is a
Grim, it's your
party.
turn.
This is a party about to have a long rest. We're burning everything we got.
I would like to try and either intimidate or persuade them to join us, or them,
Wow!
or they face like, the serious consequences of the rest of their friends.
Okay, they're looking like they are going to flee. So you have a
You know,
possibility.
we'll let
of doing
them
this.
live if they pledge allegiance to us.
Yeah!
Right, you are recruiting a biker gang. Go
It's
ahead and
so
give me an
grimy.
intimidation check.
Join
Yes,
us.
I know.
Rim, you are going to have a cult of ogres, and we are going to be so happy.
I just
So,
I thought my
this
cult of
will
rat people was cool.
this will entirely
that's not come
depend
up
on
for
my
me.
next action
What?
because I'm just next, which was this is going to be incredible. Whatever
Like the
happens,
idea
it's going to be great.
of Lou succeeding this, and then you just kill the rest.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
It didn't come up for me, so I'll roll that again.
You roll anything?
Did you roll 20? Yeah, it says it didn't pop up, so his thing might be bugging out.
Bugging out.
I'm going to
11.
use my destiny point.
Would he get
Yeah.
advantage because...
No, unfortunately, that's what's allowing him to make the check. He would need to be a giant or a larger creature to have advantage.
I don't have enlarged
Okay,
creatures
They are definitely going to. They're definitely
Destiny
in a
just
state.
doesn't like us right now.
Destiny is just saying, no, this is what you're getting this week.
This is... Yeah, this
I,
is going
I should have 3 because I barely use mine.
You want
Unfortunately, you can only
Use
use
another
one destiny to re-roll.
Yeah.
You can't just keep
Alright.
spending them. It's like the
Can't
lucky. You
re-roll
can't
or
get
re-roll.
multiple. Destiny
enough.
decided that these ogres would rather flee in terror than to submit to some creature that is smaller than them. They fear you, but not enough to follow you. Lou, as you kind of try and galvanate and try and intimidate them, all the ogre bikers are just like stepping back, kind of looking, eyeing up their bikes right now. Would you like to do anything else? Is that your turning bonus action or anything?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, unless he's shooting.
An assassin, it's your turn.
I
Really
just
not
like
one of them.
I just like
Them
to think that the little squid is gonna walk up and say, "Then die."
Oh, that's entirely what's about to happen.
Unbeknownst to all of them, your squid is just like on the ceiling above them.
I would like to set up like a little zombie, like I've been resurrected by the power of the party, and kind of make it like
Anime style, music starts playing.
yeah, like I flip my leather collar up and I'm like, we're the undead gang, you're not welcome here, now die. And like one finger gun as they cast Hunger of Hadar in that one spot that would be ideal. Wink wink, nudge nudge, looks at Chris.
On all the bikes! Get all the bikes!
That's
Oh
fair.
yeah, I want it to be like
What's your range and what's the size?
It's a big size.
it's a big boy.
How
Give
far
me a
can you?
second. Because Hunger of Hadar is 150 feet range and is a 20-foot sphere.
Like that?
And it lasts for a minute as well.
About
Yeah,
here, maybe?
You can cut off the retreat easy.
That's the plan.
Cut off that can you get to like here?
I basically want to cover up enough space that if they don't die by the time they exit, they'll at least leave some bikes behind.
No, that's fair. Remind me, do they make a save when it first appears, or?
Right. So I believe they make a save at the beginning if they start in it, and then at the end, if they end in it, they take different types of damage. So I'll cast it just now.
Sure.
Yeah, like there probably would be good. Like that's because if it hits 3 of them and gets most of the bikes and cuts off the escape.
Yeah, it's a deck save at the beginning. Oh no, wait. Oh, actually no. At the start, any creature that starts in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. That's just flat. If they end their turn, they have to succeed in a dexterity saving throw, or it's 2d6 acid damage. So that's the vibe.
Just takes 2d6 cold damage.
Yeah.
So that's 7 cold damage.
And then if they fail at the end, they'll take 11 acid.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're not sticking around.
It's a all or nothing though. Like if they save the deck save, they don't take any acid.
All right, so these guys are going to take 7 from just starting. Oh, is that your turn?
Yeah, I pretty much just want to be looking like a horrible little squid man, like I've been resurrected as a horrible little creature in service of the party.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's give them a wisdom save here to see if they can actually get on their bikes while in the darkness. And it's going to be the 3 that are essentially starting in here, or if they're just going to literally fucking run. We have a -2.
Lights on.
It's a rock bike. It's an electric light.
Oh, we established they have little lamps on the front with fireflies.
Nice.
All right. What's your spell save CV? 14?
Yeah, and it's also difficult terrain.
That's fine. So one of them has the presence of mind to actually get on their bike, turns around and hightail it out of here as you hear a bit of rumbling down the corridor.
Ah, dang, one bike gone.
Elders
The
Blast.
other 2 are
Yeah, but
fumbling
there's like-
around and knocking over things and are just going to start legging it.
That's fair. That's reasonable.
So this guy is
Like,
already
there's like
rumbling
5
away.
bikes that don't have any riders anyway.
Yeah, all right. And 2 of them are just going to start legging it out, just screaming from the darkness.
Also, for as I can hear them running away, I want to yell at them, come back here and you'll wish you had died here.
And we're going to have the other ones who didn't start in the darkness look at the darkness. Look down the other path.
Incoming Drax.
And are going to start, just get on their bikes and are going to just continue down wherever this path may take them.
They're gonna end up in the purple worms.
Oh, they have to go through the Oni camp first, remember?
Yeah, but
Not our problem.
It's Drax's problem.
Aren't they heading
Maybe
towards
you
Maybe
could
it ends up going through the Oni.
Hang on, they're heading towards the big pit first.
yeah,
Oh yeah!
they've got the
Let's
big.
chase him down!
Just chase the rest of them.
If nothing else gets them to surrender and join our party as our minions.
But with that, with the ogres either biking down one of the two corridors or the two guys who are just running, we can pretty much come out of initiative there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spend a channel divinity and hit Zormir with 20 health.
Yeah, he got me.
Oh, I thought you were going to injure him.
And it hits Zormir with another lightning bolt.
Okay, Lou wants to lead
One off a full max.
the biker leader.
Yeah, that'll be
Wonder Wonder 5. What the fuck you do?
It's I cast slow on the biker.
Two of you, probably Alvina and Lou, give me investigation checks for loot. I'm going to use this to generally be the kind of what kind of damage or repair their items are in that you can actually kind of find.
Oh, investigation. Albina's
fuck
real
me.
good.
I'll do the investigation. 'cause
Do
I'm-
you require
Okay.
assistance?
I
can
will
help.
re-roll that investigation if I can, Chris.
Do you
Yeah.
If you're
require
using a
assistance?
destiny point, sure.
I would like to as well.
You sure you don't want the one with +7 in help with investigation?
Or the one with plus 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was
Perhaps.
looting it,
Oh, God.
regardless of
Fate
the
have to creep.
Yes!
There we go.
I
Nice
mean-
one, Lou. You find some shit.
You find some stuff. You find another wand of wonder.
No, no, no.
Hey, how does this thing work? Oh no, sorry.
How does this
Sorry,
work?
Doctor.
Bang!
Shoof.
Do any
Well,
of the
because I
ogre
have wild
bikers have
magic
leather
swords
jackets?
and tides of chaos.
Yes, they all have leather jackets.
I would like to take a leather jacket to get the rats to make it into an assassin-sized leather jacket.
That's fair. They have sewing proficiency.
That's what I was just thinking.
Oh, that works.
You can make two actually. You can probably make another for someone else as well. So...
As
No, the leather trench coat, like
Oh
fucking,
yeah!
fucking
Come on,
Matrix
Trent!
style.
It was
Your
hilarious.
two other kobold friends that you're going to find.
four
Got
of
your
the
squid
ogres,
boy as
the
well.
four remaining bikers were all hit by lightning and are slightly scorched.
Watched.
Now let's do the ineffable one here.
Albina finds nothing.
But more importantly, you, even with the lightning kind of coursing through the chain, all of the items are in incredibly good condition. The lightning doesn't seem to have done any damage to the chains. So you get all 6 of the remaining ones, 4 from the bikers, 2 from the biker leader, as you get 6 never before used in this encounter. Because their first turn was to run away.
We hit
6 ogre chains.
We hit them too hard.
Which the ogre chain is an item you've previously come across and used for the one shot, and is indeed beyond for those interested in what it does. It's a thick steel chain with a slight twisted kind of property to it from the shimmer of the twisted silver. The head of which is shaped in the face of an ogre. It becomes quickly apparent that the chain is sentient and has an aggressive personality. It is able to hover by itself, however the chain has a difficult personality and will only take commands if spoken in giant. The first time a creature gives the chain an instruction, they must make a DC 13 charisma, persuasion, or intimidation check, or else the chain ignores the command. Goliaths have advantage on this check. The chain cannot attack by itself. It can be used as a reach weapon for a range of 30 feet or a thrown weapon for a range of 120 feet and deals 2d6 bludgeoning damage on impact.
As the only one who can speak giant, may I have one of those, please?
Oh, definitely.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
plenty.
Because for just such an occasion where I run out of spells and don't want to lightning bolt my party members, please.
Yes. Speaking of which,
I just don't fancy it.
He's gonna
Speaking
get,
of
you're gonna
which-
get a gun pulled on you.
Thank you for the chain.
Yeah, no worries.
swings round. What the actual fuck was that?
I believe the classic term is an invasion of bikers, but many
No,
prefer a biker
you!
gang. Me? I am the professor, designated the professor.
You lightning bolted me.
No, I lightning bolted one of the ogres.
You hit.
You just happened to be in the way, for which I apologize that you were in the way. You should not be in the way.
Points the gun right at your face and says, that happens ever again. Alvina will gain that arm a lot quicker than you dying to something else.
I mean, it just like while she's rummaging through like various bits and of like the bikes and stuff, just thumbs up behind her.
Very well, Dr. Zormir. I assure you, you will not be hit by lightning, by me, again. This I
better
promise.
not be hit by any of your damn spells again, or you will find yourself on the arse end of this gun.
Ooh.
You also find a letter inside the biker leader, addressed to Big Grunt, who you can only assume is the name of the biker leader you didn't get a chance to meet.
We met him.
Big Grunt. Just immediately died.
Is that a misspelling or is that deliberate?
We made a barbarian hello. Okay.
Misspelling Big Grunt from the Oni King. I think that's spelled correctly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Grunt isn't like.
Yeah, it spells grunt, but I was wondering if you substituted the word.
Damn it.
But it's a letter from the Oni
his
King.
name's Grant. Got it. His name's Grant.
Yes.
Oh right. I thought I was going. My brain went a different direction. Apologies.
It is the
My
letter
brain
from
is
the
where your brain is, Wolfie.
Okay.
Oni King that is written in giant, but you can potentially have the professor translate if the professor is willing to translate. If the professor is willing to translate accurately. Although, actually, doesn't someone have eyes with the Runekeeper?
Oh wait, you mean? Yeah.
Shit. Damn it.
Maybe
I was gonna...
do.
Then you can also
Damn it,
verify
what's
and
that
read it
mean?
yourself to know if the professor is lying.
Yes.
But then the second question of, are
Is
you willing to truthfully tell the party what it says?
If it's useful, if the lie isn't funny, yes.
All right, are you gonna wait until like the professor just like hovering over his shoulder to read it, like tells them what it is?
Yeah.
To know if he's
Essentially,
lying
I'm
or
gonna
they're lying
wait
or not.
to see if the professor makes a fool of himself and then capitalize on it.
You know?
Now, James, I'm gonna have to ask you to not metagame this, as you are unaware that Assassin has eyes of the Runekeeper.
No, yeah, true.
It's well. What would you like to? What are you trying to keep to yourself before I kind of give you the contents? It's pretty basic contents. There's nothing particularly secret or anything in it. But what is your kind of goal going into this? Are you wanting to just tell them what it says if there's nothing kind of useful to you, or?
So, you know how whenever you translate a foreign language, something gets lost in translation, like the detail gets lost in translation. I want to essentially give the broad strokes, but not the minutiae. So anything that might be mistranslated by someone who's not a native speaker might be done that way. You know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
So
you
like
get the general vibe.
Yeah, I'll give the general sort of. They say this, and this. And then if there's anything secret or like that might not even be picked up by someone else, I'll keep to myself.
The general stroke of the letter and what you'd probably want to easily tell the party is that it's pretty much a contract letter or like a letter of payment from the Oni King to Big Grunt, leader of the Rolling Thunder, to pretty much like patrol the outer edges of the underground vein network and to keep it clear of any unwanted pests or other factions or alliances and to report back anything that they might be of use to the Oni King. So they're kind of like a contracted mercenary like patrol group or thugs effectively. They are contracted thugs.
They're like purple dragons, essentially.
This biker gang were hired mercenaries, hired to keep this stretch of the Titan's guts clear of vermin. this is their letter of employment by the Oni King. It seems like the were-rats of the temple are in direct confrontation with the Oni King. Perhaps they may be of use.
Like more every minute.
I am.
And Assassin, you also get this, like, that is the general vibe. I'm trying to think if there even would be anything useful. There might be like a mention of payment and stuff and like the quantities involved that aren't particularly relevant, but the two of you are aware of how much these guys are getting paid.
Is it a lot?
That's a decent bit of pay, yeah.
Is it still in their pockets?
I was going to
That's
say,
a
is it
good
in cash
question,
or is it
actually.
in,
I haven't-
is it in bonds?
Since I picked
Yeah.
up the jacket, can I check jacket pockets? Basically, is what I'm asking.
To be fair,
take his
Lou
wallet.
rolled a nat 20. However, Lou, how interested are you in the money versus the 4 items I need you to roll for?
Well, I was going to take whatever I could get and
Nick a lot.
maybe try and fashion my studded leather armor into like a leather waistcoat. See, I'm going to be losing that armor eventually anyway.
Yeah.
So it would be more of like aesthetic.
Style points.
That's fine. These guys,
You know,
they're-
slowly nerf it.
getting paid by someone rich, it'll be twice this much. So, Assassin, go ahead and roll me a D100. I'll do an individual treasure hoard for their CR doubled.
Oof! Can I re-roll that? I just want to re-roll that because that's the lowest I've ever seen a D100. What the fuck?
If you want to use your destiny point to influence it.
Yes.
I rolled a 2 on a D100 during the member for divine intervention.
That's
Ooh,
at
what's that
least
one?
normal. Like, what the
That's
fuck?
average.
How did I manage to roll
Also,
a
can I ask?
4?
Also, can I ask why would you be losing, not needing your studded leather if you're multi-classing into sorcerer?
He's losing the warlock eventually.
Sorcerer, I'm getting rid of warlock altogether and becoming full
Ah.
sorcerer.
I mean, also
And
take
obviously
them a while.
sorcerers can't use armor.
They just want a cool jacket. How many chances are we going to get a cool jacket? Is the main point.
No, that's fair. I'm just saying. You're not going to lose
For-
all for your
for a
next
while,
level.
I'll still
You're
have
not planning to level up for at least
the
a couple more seconds.
benefits of the +1 studded leather, but obviously lose that and then just turns into a nice leather waistcoat that I have.
I mean,
If Chris still has that.
If you're not going to use like the studded leather, I'm pretty sure someone else could use it.
Anyone else needs it is the thing. Besides Alvina, whose bare skin is harder than the studded leather, who needs it?
I mean, if
I am
warlocks
not
can
proficient
wear
with
it,
any armor.
if warlocks can wear it, oh no, I've only got proficiencies with light armor.
Studded
And
leather's light.
studded leather is light, yeah.
Oh, then
That's like-
technically yes, because I believe I've just got regular or some sort of armor. My armor class is 13. Don't know
I
where
just-
that's coming from.
I just have a waistcoat.
Adapt it.
I have nothing but a waistcoat and a shirt.
I mean,
Oh,
if
I
it,
may
if,
as
it's,
well
if,
wear
it's
a dressing gown.
If it's a
Apparently
+1
the
then-
13 is just my natural bare ass, because
Yeah.
I've got
You're not
plus
been
13
wearing-
for dex. I'm not wearing anything.
Yeah.
Didn't
You-
even realize.
Yeah, you're not wearing any armor, so.
Oh my god, I'm a naked little
Assassin has been nude this whole time.
Yeah,
This
I'm
whole
if it-
time. Oh
if it's
no.
+1 leather armor, it's technically magic, so it would resize itself to fit assassin.
it's
Zormir adapted
yeah,
it.
it's currently +1 because Zomi keeps using his
Oh,
on it. It's
yeah.
not naturally magical.
Also, the energy of just Assassin being fucking butt ass naked, and now is gonna put a leather trench coat on
That's
top
why
of
she's
it.
in the bag so often.
Like, I'm just gonna put I'm gonna
I'm
put a
too
leather
modest.
trench coat on top of that. Like, that imagery is just so bad to me. Oh my
With your
god.
fedora hat.
Assassin, as you look through the biker leader's pockets, as well as kind of have a quick glance of everyone else's pockets,
Guts in its
you
bucket.
only find 2 gold pieces and 8 silver pieces.
This is rubbish.
Not the riches mentioned in the letter. Apparently, they do not have the reward on them.
Boo.
They must
We need
be
to
keeping their hoard somewhere else.
Please tell me you. Please say you tell me this, because I'm chasing them down and bringing one back alive. If you do.
I mean, I can literally take it from them if they think about it.
That still requires you to get
Yeah,
one
that's
first.
what I mean. We needed an alive one.
That's why we've killed all these.
I never thought I'd say the phrase "we need an alive one," like with the full intent of like I'm
Need
gonna
to take one
steal
alive.
I'm gonna steal their information. Oh no.
But Lou, go ahead and roll me 4d20s
Come on, Lou. Get some great ones. Get 4 nat 20s.
with that nat 20.
We don't have to ask the question, are we the bad guys? We are the bad
We
guys.
are the little bad guys. That's our gang name. I nearly said gang name there. I genuinely said.
I know that you guys are the bad fucking guys. That's why I'm trying to kill you all, obviously.
No, we're the little bad guys. You're the big bad guy.
I'm not the
Going to be
big bad.
Yeah, you are.
Yet.
You lightning bolted artificer. Your only action of combat.
Our fool artificer.
Assassin, do you say it out loud? Like you just need one alive for a second.
Don't revive it.
Revivify the
Yes.
leader.
I revivify.
Did they disconnect?
No, I can hear you.
Yep.
You're
You
gonna
can help.
revivify the leader.
Revivify
Oh,
one.
apparently Chris is disconnected.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Alright.
fine.
Oh, and Chris's internet's gone out, so mine might soon too. Okay.
Yeah, roll
Okay.
20's trying to refresh for me as well.
Hmm.
Oh no. I didn't
Uh,
know.
Maybe it's still 20.
But it seemed to be good.
Mhm.
I can hear. Yep.
Yeah, it's still
Okay,
hit me.
so wait, it's
You're
really
fine.
weird though because I'm still here.
Ah,
I
Chris
was
is
thinking
back.
it's
Oh, Chris is back.
personal. Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, now
Here
it
we
is.
go.
Oh,
Let's
here we
go.
go.
Testing.
Well,
go.
Chris, you missed it. The professor killed the entire party.
Nah.
Stole all
He would
their
have died
things,
within 5
Yeah,
seconds.
And,
You're too
especially
close to Alvina and
Yeah,
B.
I mean,
You would
Alvina-
die.
especially to a D6 full caster with no spells left.
Albina can, in theory, kill you in one round with half
Yes,
decent rolls.
I'm
so
aware
it's
of
weird.
this. That's why Alvina is gonna die first.
Most help.
This
We
silver
joke
dragon,
about it, but seriously.
Silver dragon tears. One clay cube. Another clay looking cube.
Yeah.
Well, the golden vapor! Wait, are the silver dragon? Do we have silver dragon tears?
I don't think we have.
Those are the
silver.
spears of ice.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, it says tears. I have 2 more spears.
Oh yeah, tier. Yeah, that's because I haven't got them in brackets as
Spears, yeah.
ice
Spears.
spear ices.
Oh, so it's spears.
Well, the tears are the things on the end of the spear.
Are
the actual
all
bits.
these
Oh,
in-
right, okay,
Are
okay,
all these
okay.
in D&D Beyond? Like,
The silver dragon tier ice spears are the clay cube. You have yet to figure out what it actually does because it's
Yeah.
actually a rare
Well,
item.
nobody can discern the mark on it yet.
Golden
It's not, it's not a mark. It's just a circle. It's just a circle connected to other circles on the other faces.
mhm.
Yeah, that nobody knows what it fucking means.
I mean, they've got into fuck you's bag and then not been touched since.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys haven't experimented with them.
We've not had time. We were on the move half the time.
You had a whole,
Doing-
you had a whole bunch of downtime.
yeah,
Yeah, we
but
did
we,
have a lot of that.
we had doing a lot of other things on downtime though.
I've got.
I know that's
Preparing.
fair.
I
But
need
you
to
can
actually-
like, at any point you can like test stuff
Yeah.
on it. It's just you kind of need to tell me what you're doing in case it blows up in your face
Okay.
Yeah.
and murders you. So it's not really like you spend time experimenting. I need to know exactly what you're doing.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately for that part.
Handing it to the
Um,
professor and seeing if it blows up in their face.
And the bottle of gold vapor you have never come across until now.
Yeah, we found it in the other characters, didn't we? Was the gold vapor bottle?
You don't even know if the other characters had it.
I don't think we've
Okay.
come across it
No,
before.
I have, but it was, isn't it? I thought it was the thing that the other characters was like it was a dragon breath, wasn't it? On the other characters.
We might have found something similar.
It
No,
might
that's
be
fair.
something-
That's fair. Maybe. Yeah, I think you may have used it then.
It was, yeah. The other characters had it. Because I rolled like a nat 20 on the roll for what I got, and I got like 8 bottles of it. Something
But yeah,
insane.
in the satchel of the leader's bike, you find another clay cube to add to your collection of companion
Hey, we've
cubes.
got 5 companion cubes.
These
A
better be
bottle of gold
fucking
vapor.
useful.
And-
I'll add that into mine because I've already got them on my list.
Yeah, so do
And
I just
two
have them in like a
silver
bag.
dragon ice spears.
Those I'm having. I want those 2. I need to find the stats for them again because I apparently didn't write them down.
Oh yeah, that one is on D&D Beyond. I can repost at some point.
Yes.
So I don't think I added it into the magical items handout specifically for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Javelins are not simple weapons, are they?
Javelins?
Javelins, I think, are martial. Actual spears are simple, though.
I didn't think they were simple weapons.
Yeah, normal spears are.
Keep
I think
the vapor.
javelins are martial.
I'd say keep the vapor for yourself then.
Yeah, keep the vapor.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that. I was just seeing if I could have one of the spears, but
Oh,
I can't use them.
Then they explode on use.
And leap behind a little shaft or rod of silver.
Which is currently the one that we've used was turned into a focus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, you melted it down.
Yeah.
The part of the earring.
Eventually.
It took a while.
When we decided what we wanted to use.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Its name is actually Javelin of Ice. It is a javelin.
It's a javelin. Okay.
I just keep calling it a spear.
Close enough.
It's big rod of metal with giant chunk of ice
Yeah.
at the end. It's
But,
plenty for anything.
Are you going after any of the bikers? Are you going back towards the? After kind of a moment, a couple silence, the doors will like creak open as the elder and just the group of rats' faces are peering through at you.
Yeah, Gwen
What?
revived one of them.
Is Gwent reviving one of them?
You revived one because
Yeah.
said we needed one alive, so you resurrected one.
Like actual
That's
revivify?
that's information.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this
Fair.
is ideal. Yes, do it.
Does revivify work on any creature?
I think it does.
As far as I know, yeah.
I think it's
Anyone
got some limits, but giant isn't one of them.
Anyone got speak with
Yeah, just a
death?
creature. No, it's a creature. Fair. Creature works.
Fair. That works.
Which one do you like? Would you like a generic one or the leader?
The leader.
Do the leader and we'll pin him down.
Yeah, I'm pinning him down if it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay.
fair. Yeah, you do that. He's got 1 hit point. You just knock him out whenever you want.
Yeah.
You pin him down. You chain him up. You do whatever you want as the leader is kind of just comes
We
back
chain him
to
up.
their senses.
Can I be wearing his leather jacket, but like obviously it's absolutely fucking huge, so I'm wearing it like a cape at the moment, and just like
Yes.
walking back and forth like you're gonna give us the information we want. The undead gang demands it.
What the?
I'm still a
Translate.
woman, right?
Yeah. I'll say
Can you not
I don't know
comprehend
what-
languages?
I can, but I'm gonna say it instantly. I don't know what you're saying right now, but you're either gonna tell me the information I want, or I'm gonna take the information I want, and then I'll cast comprehend languages.
I'm also staring at the professor and saying translate.
Translate what?
What he's saying.
No, translate what?
What the giant bloody saying.
No, the word you're looking for is please, doctor.
No, the
After
word
the
is
way- After the way I have been treated,
the word is
I am
now,
not-
or I will end you.
then you will not know what he says. I think I hold a card here, doctor. This may be an
well, I'm gonna-
alliance.
holds the card.
Well,
This may be
Well, I
an
finished
alliance.
casting comprehend languages by the end of this sentence.
This
Yes.
may be an alliance, but it is a tenuous one. I am here to help you, and you treat me as if I am a criminal. I am not. I only wish to help. I apologize if you think my skills and service are dissatisfactory to you. But you come to my world and you start, how do you noids say, blowing shit up.
You're
You
not.
should be thanking me. I have saved your lives more times than I can count. I
think-
apologize
When did
for
you
shooting a
actually stop?
lightning bolt at one of our enemies and it inadvertently striking you. I
Inadvertently.
apologize. I apologize. Now, if you would,
Okay, if you want me to trust me, be a bit more open and honest with me. I have.
I have been nothing but honest with you, Doctor.
Then why are you ransoming our ship to us? Why are you just not giving us our technology back? I've told you it is mine. You're
Yes.
holding us to hostage over it.
A
We've
simple
been
please will
more
suffice,
honest with you
Doctor.
than you have with us. You have your own agenda. You're not telling me your agenda.
A simple please will suffice, Doctor.
Well, I'm sorry if I can't be a bit more polite right now. I did get shot with a bit of lightning, and I'm a little pissed off. You know,
Thank you for apologizing, Doctor.
Noids
Thank you
have
for
feelings, unlike
apologizing.
you damn robots.
Can at this point, like, Assassin,
have.
like, be like tapping their foot and just being like, "Look, we got this guy. Look, what are you saying, buddy?" And at this point, I'll have finished comprehend languages and now understand the ogre.
But he cannot understand
Big
you.
grunt. Not afraid. Well, he does speak common. He
Yeah,
just
he
refuses to.
chooses not to.
Damn.
I'm fair, he did speak broken common a little bit just to insult fuck you before he immediately died.
And Albino, again, you spoke common, right?
Big grunt, not afraid to die.
Again. The word you're looking for is again.
Yeah, but
I tell you nothing. You kill me. Go for it.
unfortunately, buddy, you've given away the biggest problem here. If you're not afraid of death, I'll find out what you are afraid of.
Big grunt, not afraid of anything. Puh.
And then I'd like to cast detect thoughts and delve in.
What he's afraid of.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
All right.
I'll get his general mood as well, so I'll know if he's actually afraid. Which I doubt he will be, but you know.
He's an ogre. He's not imagining.
Oh yeah, that's a big fail. So yeah, I get surface thoughts, and also generally what he's thinking as well.
Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me.
I think I'll have him in a headlock, definitely.
Okay. All right. All right. So he's thinking, go ahead and kill me. I'm not going to tell you nothing, you Noid scum. You're food. I will not bow to food. Food. And then you get sent. Then you start diving deep, and you find that he is terrified of starvation. Like, hunger is so uncomfortable to him. His biggest fear is not eating.
Me and this guy are going to get on really well when we abduct
I mean, who likes hunger pains?
Can I give him like a memory then?
If you happen to have a memory on you.
Would I have a memory? Would I feasibly have a memory of not eating, like feeling really hungry?
Question: have you ever looked into Alvina's mind?
Oh, that's a point. Alvina might be the perfect one for this. Can I detect thoughts, which probably has Alvina right now being like, "When's dinner? When's dinner? When's dinner? When's dinner?"
I was gonna say, can I have a fate roll that Alvina's stomach rumbles really loudly right here?
Yeah, go for it.
Please. 14 again.
Yeah, there's a little bit of rumble. A little bit of rumble there.
So Assassin will be like, wait, sorry, Alvina, I just need to borrow this, and just like tentacle, like pull out the little silver strand and just give it to the ogre biker. Just that feeling of hunger.
Oh no, that hollowness. Oh no.
It feels unpleasant, doesn't it, buddy?
Oh.
And I'll take out an orange and just like sort of toss it up and down, and
you
just
see him
be
going to like salivate.
You would like some
So is
food, wouldn't you,
Alvina.
buddy?
So is Alvina.
I'm watching the orange go up and down.
Please, I tell you anything. I rolled that one.
Sorry, we are torturing him, not Alvina, right?
No.
Is it both?
Well, Alvina's getting inadvertently tortured.
So, buddy, let us know where your secret stash is. Give me some information on the Oni King, because we're going to do a regicide. You might as well know this, buddy. If you want to join in on the regicide, you're more than welcome to join us. There's a whole group of us doing it. It's going to be a really fun time.
Great, yeah.
And I want you to tell me any information you know on this place, because, you know, we just generally want to know.
You repeat first question?
Oh yeah. The first question is, where is your secret stash? Where are you hiding the loot? Your pockets, they empty.
Oh, my pockets, they empty.
Yeah.
We have biker guy have secret cave stash away.
Where'd that be?
Down tunnel to west.
Can I obviously see that?
Brain.
If you tell him to like try and trace it out and visualize it, he actually struggles to do so. But Let's Oh, you know, he does an okay one there. You get very vague, like he obviously skips places, but you get the rough idea of where it is down a kind of series of caves and caverns and passages, to where there seems to be a bunch of rubble, as well as a massive chunk of rubble that's kind of being placed to block another passage. But if there's a secret kind of access way through it by moving a couple pieces about, that allows you to actually get to the tunnel beyond it and into a cavern where they've kind of stored everything, to the point where they've also stored massive amounts of like food and drink, as well as wealth.
Also, just from the other player's perspective, anybody but the professor has literally just watched Assassin pull something out of Alvina, give it to the ogre, and the ogre is now like crying out and horrified and just talking like rapidly. Like that's all they're getting.
Alvina's
Yeah,
head is what
like,
everyone else is
like from their perspective, it's really horrifying. But
Yeah, not far
Alvina's
here.
salivating while scratching her
Maybe-
head.
Maybe half day's journey on bike to west of would get to junkyard heap where only mines throw out waste. We have that's where we meet and get reward. We have small cave south of that.
oh, good. Good job. You're doing great, buddy. Next one up. And I'm gonna give you a 3 orange slices if you answer this one.
Okay.
Give me any information you have on the Oni King.
Oni can give us.
DM, you can give me anything additional, extra, if afterwards, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to give me like any main points now, or
Yeah. Like give me the main points. But if there's anything you think
Oni
of.
can give us the food and drink and gold that they mine in mines. We don't normally meet Oni King directly, but we hear gossip from Oni guards.
Is this ogre oohing?
Ooh.
I mean, I was catching it. So
I think he was cave personing, but he might now be wooing.
Look,
Is this just a side effect of talking with Assassin?
get yourself an ogre who can do both.
They
This is a side effect of being partially having Alvina's memory.
Yeah, it's true. They rumor that the Oni King be planning something lately. Apparently got new voice whispering in head.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that?
Apparently some form of consort. Oni King give her gift as a sign of pledge, but only guards say she have plans. She more devious than she look.
Does the ogre know like anything about what they look like or anything other than just rumor?
Even a name.
The young the young blue Oni.
Young blue.
Oni.
Fuck!
Her. Her.
Oh.
Oh.
Is
Oh,
it?
is that the sister?
That's what I was thinking.
What was her name?
Izzy.
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 Can I say, does Izzy ring a bell?
Ooh, Izzy. I know. No, they no mention her by name.
Okay, that's fair.
They just say the one who stole the Oni King's golden heart.
Oh.
Might very well be her.
Oh,
fun.
there might be more layers to our regicide.
Yeah. If it's not her, I was thinking, is she very beautiful? This.
Never seen her. Only guards no talk of beauty. They just talk about Oni King plan that he may be going to war soon.
War with who? And
I don't know. He hiring mercenaries from Monstro Guild. That's why he's been really
Monstro.
increasing production from gold mines.
Monstro Guild. Monstro Guild are the aberration, right?
They are the monstrosity neutral faction that acts as essentially like the Iron Bank or mercenary guilds and corps between the three factions.
Thank you.
They're playing all the sides.
Yeah.
Well, we have money and we have boys. What do you want?
We're playing both sides,
at
so
that
we
point-
come out on top.
At that point, Assassin will keep to their word and hand over like a quarter of the orange and just be like, okay, we're nearly there, okay?
Okay.
So last thing, I want you to tell me everything you know about this space, like the temple and stuff.
Oh, Oh, giant, stay here.
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
big, loud giant.
Huge
We
giant,
occasionally give
right?
him offerings.
Yeah, he's terrifying.
Mm,
He was super rude to us.
Ooh.
I would steer clear. He's terrifying. Yeah.
Does the
Oh.
Oni King wish to have this giant on side for their war?
Oni King never mentioned it. It's just one of our stops while we patrolling.
What is your next stop?
Oh, we go down to cavern, and we stop at cavern and come back.
Then
Big
where?
tearing ground.
Yeah, end of the route.
Okay. So at this point, we gotta decide what we're gonna do. You're involved in this, by the way. Your name was
Big Grunt.
Big Grunt. Okay.
Grunt.
Big Grunt. I'm assassin.
Baddest leader of ogre gang. Yes.
Not any.
There are other ogre gang somewhere in Vane tunnels, but we have skirmish war occasionally. But they know take Oni King territory. We contracted for that.
That's fair. The undead gang recognizes the ogre bikers as very strong. What are they called? Thunder Rollers. Thunder
Thunder
Roller
Rollers.
gang, second best gang. You know, you have to admit, because we beat you, you're the second best gang now. That's how this
But
works.
you so puny.
Yeah.
I just tighten my prick around his neck.
Fuck you's gonna just stand picking his teeth with his rapier.
Size matters not.
And then just going like to Big Grunt, essentially going, so either you can come with us, or like I don't really know what to do. Like
If you join us, there's loot, food, and you get to kill more stuff.
Yeah. There's food, there's loot. You'll have to compete with Alvina for food, but honestly, I think she'll like that.
It's nice to have another person who understands.
And I'll open Alvina's bag and just like take out like one sack of the oranges and just go, and there's more where this came from, and I'll chuck him 3 oranges. And just kind of see how he feels about this.
Could I?
Like, what's his detect thoughts on like the instant offer of would you like to join the gang?
He seems to be really focused on you guys are small, and he doesn't want to serve anyone who's small. Yes, James.
Yeah, sorry. While that offer is happening, could I pull the point and Gwent back into the two most sensible somehow members of the party? Can I pull them back into the side and say, "You are not seriously thinking of allowing this to occur, are you? This person was our enemy not 5 minutes ago."
Yeah, I'd like to also give the piece of information to the point that says that the ogre bikers don't know anything about what this place is for, just to kind of settle them a little bit.
They are an enemy. They reported the only.
At this point, you would probably notice that through all of this looting and interrogation, the point has not moved from that point, from where he was when he cast Catapult.
Ooh.
Did
Alvina would have
Assassin
crafted the card,
see
by the way.
the Monstro Guild out loud?
Probably yes.
I also did when I was muttering about it.
Okay. I set the
Not
ogre
seriously,
leader
no.
on fire.
No, he's unconscious now.
His bike on fire.
No, him. I killed him.
Oh, he's unconscious.
Okay.
He didn't
I-
work for the Monstro Guild, by the way.
All
That's
I
not
heard
what
was Monstro Guild.
That's not what he said.
As just
That's fair. That's fair. No, it's fair.
unexpectedly for the rest of the party, you suddenly see flame descend from the heavens above, because it just phases into existence on like the ceiling, and smack the biker leader in the head, knocking them unconscious. As you all turn to see just the final kind of traces of magic evaporating in front of Gwent Moss Smile.
Okay, what?
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. That this was a bad move.
We have nothing to do with the guild.
They were with the guild.
It was just some schmuck.
What do you know of the guild? Gwent?
I'm
He was
leaving.
just a big man.
You're
with a
leaving?
Big dumb
Gwent just starts
heart.
walking away.
Gwent.
I go to my car.
Gwent.
I just start fiddling around with the car.
I'd like to.
It's very evident, even without the insight chant, Gwent is clearly something has emotionally impacted Gwent here. He's moving to their car.
I would like to.
I'm
I'm
following.
presuming since they're a biker leader, they'll have some sort of like pocket knife. I mean, I know it'll be like the size of Assassin, but I'd like to grab that walk over to the Gwent-mobile and essentially just
Slash
key
the
his
tires.
car. I want to
Yeah.
slash his tires, key his
Oh, God.
car. I just want to go to fucking town on this car until someone like picks me up. Like I'm absolutely
I'm not
going to
doing it.
town.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna go
Maybe
to the
that's
driver's side
suspension
window.
as well.
I'm going to be
Gwent.
trying to pry anything off of this car that is not like fully buckled down.
That
And I
one
will
scene
not stop.
in Mystery Men. That one scene in Mystery Men, for those who've seen it.
Fucking looking like Beyonce in Lemonades, just full baseball bat coming down.
Mm. Gwent, we can talk about this.
Not going anywhere near the guild.
You don't have to.
You weren't planning on it.
This temple calls to the point. You can leave if you wish. You can run away and hide. I have wanted to do that on many occasions.
Yeah, it's fair.
But this place seems to be calling to the point. We should help them. Will you help the point before you leave and run away in hiding? Like,
I almost died. He can run faster than his car, you know.
will you help? You can leave after, but
Not
we
you.
may need. There may be things in this temple we require your assistance on. And also, I would like to know more about your affiliation or
Hatred.
fear is the more accurate term, Alvina. Fear of the guild. Have you worked with them before?
I will help the point, but I'm not going to talk about this. And I'm also going to dispel the car. I'm hopefully midway between like assassin trying to stab it and so she just falls over.
No.
Assassin will consider for a moment, like when the car disappears, they'll turn
Keying Gwent.
around and just be super angry towards Gwent. They'll look at like the big knife, look at Gwent, and you see the consideration of
Oh my
like, I
God.
will stab you next. And then they just kind of sigh for a second, put the knife down and just go, I'll remember this. And then walk back over to where the rest of the party is without acknowledging anything else.
You'll remember you only got the information because of me, little one.
Party drama.
Oh my god, there's so much party drama today. I love this so much.
Do I have to roll to stabilize the ogre, or can I just do that? By the way?
Oh no, you just do it.
Alright.
The ogre's alive still. He's breathing.
We do not have to talk about it unless you want to talk about it. Let us be here for the point for now. Gwent?
I help the point.
Then let us help the point. And can we turn back and see the doors creaking open and the were-rats looking out? Maybe for visual aesthetic.
And as the professor looks away from Gwent, I'm going to message them.
Me or Gwent?
No, Gwent.
Okay.
Help me keep an eye on the professor. I don't trust him, and I'm still here helping you.
As long as I've got a place on your ship, I will have your back.
Yeah.
Next message
Gosh.
comes
Got
back
you.
of definitely.
We like you and you're awesome.
But as you all have this
possible,
quiet moment-
could Lou get one of the motorbikes?
Oh yes, as all this is like happening in the background, Lou's just like testing the bikes out. You actually can't figure out how to make the bikes work. There's not like, it's not mechanical. It's just stone. It's just stone connected to like rock, and if you can push it, but you're not sure how to make it go under its own power.
Were they
I was going to
They
say,
have a
are
theory.
they essentially those like kids push bikes that are just like a bit of wood and two wheels?
They look like just like a stone bike that's been put together on like a. It looks like a bike, but there's no engine or anything to make it go.
Sounds to be all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. Alvina,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take it and like Flintstone it.
Alvina, I want to do an Alvina check.
You guys can do so. Flintstoning it will just have it moving at your own, probably half your speed as you're pushing a bike.
Albina is basically going to just sit on the bike and just go, okay, they were doing it like this. And she just tries to treat it as if it was just an ordinary bike and just get it go. She just thinks, basically, like, move.
I wish I'd had the time to
Essentially.
ask him how the bikes work.
He's alive.
Oh man.
He is
Oh,
alive.
yes. It's true. You can still probe his mind for how to.
Yeah, he's unconscious. I stabilized him. He's not going to die.
Yeah.
As you sit down and attempt to just like make it go by thought, nothing happens.
Okay.
Also, he's not going to die yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
You all turn away. Quick, kills him.
Perhaps it requires biometric scans. I could take his hand if you would like.
Oh, that's a good idea. I walk over, pick up the ogre, and just put him on the bike. And
You do
I was
so
going to say you cut his hand off.
That was my first thought.
Why?
Lou,
Why am I the only person here who is unwilling to harm?
I'm very willing to harm, but I think he's a friend of ours as well. But
You're more of a mental harm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, who cares? A little bit of psychic damage. What's that between friends?
Yeah,
right?
what's mental scarring between friends?
See, that's exactly the point. What's a few broken bones between friends?
No, the point's a dwarf. Oh, bingo.
Oh, I think
Hold on.
But yes,
you're
the
the only
point.
one that's
Are
still
you
playing bingo, James.
are you still there, or are you an illusion?
He's dead.
Oh, was that me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. You mentioned that you were still standing in the exact
No,
same
the
space.
point is still standing there. He's just having a breakdown.
Fair. All right.
After
Alvina's got
talking
your
to
card, by
Gwent,
the way, if you ask her for it.
yeah, after
Covered in
talking to
ogre
Gwent, I'm going to go over to the point and just sort of stand there. Point?
The point was just I'm not the chosen one.
Are you so sure?
Chosen one would have turned them away. I made things worse.
It
I'm not.
It does not matter what you decide. They have chosen you to be their one. That makes you the chosen one by their standards.
Professor, they're rats.
Rats!
Wow. Tells how you really feel.
My friend,
Red dwarf, ratkin, they never liked each other usually.
my friend, rats sometimes are people too.
Rats are people too.
And I put my hand on your shoulder. Will you help me help these people?
I guess.
You just feel too red
At
with the
least
eyes
it's
on you.
somewhere. At least it's somewhere to rest.
They are watching. Turn and greet your people. You are the chosen.
You are their
Regardless,
king.
regardless of what you think of yourself, regardless of what anyone else thinks of you, they think the world of you. So be their world. Turn and face them.
We dealt with
And
the
group
thunder
them.
people.
Yeah, we
The
won.
point will, at this, take
And
a deep breath.
at that, I cast guidance on you as well, by the way.
Yeah, deep breath, spin round, say, and just yell them. The Thunder Rollers are defeated. The little bad guys or the undead gang, we're still working on a name, have
Little undead
eliminated
baddies.
this threat. Now,
It's a work in
you
progress.
said something about mushrooms and just starts walking back full of
Oh, yes.
pink gusto.
I guess you after that battle you'll want to rest first. Okay, let me show you to the throne room.
After the last few battles, we need to rest.
I
Honestly,
follow.
Alvina's
I
actually
follow
still
the
got
chosen.
quite a lot in the tank.
I follow the chosen one.
Alvina's going to basically take various bits and pieces that's not the ogre chain specifically, tie the ogre up and just like leave him in a corner somewhere.
Sir.
And
She
go,
just-
Susie, sit. And she's sitting on him.
Fair.
Did we establish how we use the motorbikes?
Unfortunately, you can't seem to
No,
figure it
we
out
don't
by
know.
like standing on it or sitting on it, trying
Fair
to
enough.
cognitive it go.
Yeah,
I have an idea, but
work on it either. So
Since he got knocked unconscious before I could give him the extra food, can I just like leave him a little snack pack, like essentially like a Lunchables, while he's being
What?
sat on, so he
Little
still
brown-
has
Till he
some
little-
food.
regains
little brown
consciousness.
bag.
Yeah,
Little brown
I
bag
just
of
want
a
to.
lunchbox.
I basically want to give him like just whatever I can get out of the bag without Alvina being like, "Hey, no, that's mine." And
Some
like
Lunchables.
leave it in like a little snack pack, so that means when he wakes up, he has some food.
Albina definitely would be fine with leaving him a bit of food. Like it's someone who understands. It's on the same wavelength.
Oh yeah, I feel
Also,
like I'd go to put the food down, and you'd be like, "But wait, that's ours," and then I'd go, "Yeah, but," and then explain, and you go, "Oh no, yeah, I fully understand."
Yeah, I get that.
How long have you had the oranges now? It's been over a week.
Yeah,
Probably starts to be going rotten right
I was
now
gonna
now.
say is that I'm thinking that when we get in, we can use it with the mushroom press. Let's make some orange wine, lads.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I want to leave some, probably not great oranges.
Probably starting to go
And
off by now.
probably some better, more hardy foods like some bread, crackers, whatever we have that's just rationy foods that we'll have left over that isn't as fresh. And I'll like put a note on the bag with illusionary script that says, "There's more where that came from, friend." Smiley face.
None of the jerky, because I'm keep it, because Suze will definitely eat that.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I just basically want to leave a message that's just like, "We're friends. Don't worry about it."
I'm
Just
waiting on.
Also,
with love, assassin.
Also, speaking of, because this might happen otherwise, I'm actually going to feed Susie while I'm out there, so she doesn't just eat the unconscious ogre.
Yeah, I was
Oh
expecting
gosh,
that.
yeah, no, let's not.
Okay, well, everyone take a seat around
Yeah.
the throne. I imagine you guys will get you some food and stuff, but I imagine you'll want to kind of start relaxing. You're more than welcome to stay the night here if you need to rest. I can tell you a story before bed.
Have you got like a bathtub or like a barrel you could fill with water?
You have a bucket.
You got a bucket?
Why?
This one's
I
getting
like-
dry.
Yeah, I don't like being dry.
Well, we have a cauldron over there with mushroom wine for
You know what
communal
that is, Assassin?
purposes.
Yeah, I'll look round, kind of consider it for a second, and be like, it could be worse, and I'll slowly climb into the cauldron and just be like, yeah, tell your story, like as I'm like getting it. I like stories.
Oh well,
No, please don't bathe in the mushroom wine.
Yeah.
Don't drink that.
If we
Yeah.
have a bucket, I can fill it with
Oh,
water.
no.
Like,
It's already. It's
Mushroom
already.
wine.
well,
I
now with
feel-
Assas in the wine.
I want Assassin to be drunk though, as if they're absorbing it through their skin. That is what I want from
Entirely
this
possible.
scenario. Then
I don't think he
Can I
gets
roll
them drunk. I think he
Constitution or
gets high as a
something?
kite.
for alcohol.
Con save.
Yes, I guess so. If you're just soaking into your skin.
Natural one, please. 5. I was close.
Oh no.
Hammered or high or whatever the hell happens when you have a mushroom.
Yep.
Whilst the Grand Elder Rat or whatever his name is, Grey Rat, is doing this, after finding that other clay cube, it reminded Fuck You that he's got like 4 more in this bag, and he's gonna pull one out. Like, just how big is it? Like, was it a foot by a foot?
Oh, it's like the size of your chest.
It was
Doesn't
companion
care.
cube size. It was actually companion cube size.
Okay.
Yeah, it was companion cube size.
Right. So yeah, he pulls it out like, and properly studies it. Sees like it's got the ring on the front with like
The ring
lines
on
it.
each face. There's
Each
like a
face.
slight
The
indent.
circles,
There's a
yeah.
circle in each face with lines coming off each side, connecting
Okay.
to the other circles.
So is it like a Rubik's cube sort of thing?
No, there's just the single kind of engraved, like, because it's made of clay, so it's kind of like you take your
Mhm.
finger and make a circle in each face, and then link each
Mhm.
circle kind of to the next circle.
Okay. Fuck You is gonna like. Is it soft clay, hard clay?
Hard
Yeah.
clay.
I beat a
That's
door
fine.
to death with it. remember?
Um,
What?
That
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, smash the door
I
down with.
broke a door down with companion cubes. Definitely was
cubes.
trapped, and it
Which,
was
I'm
trapped.
gonna stop you all there for a second, just because we're at 9:30 and this is essentially the end of the session.
Yep.
You guys can experiment and play with the cube, and we'll do the full story next week. But I'm gonna do a
Mhm.
short version here,
Mhm.
as he kind of just gets into the first sentence of his kind of
Ooh.
the prophecy of the one.
Ah.
As sit down, and you see some rats bringing like little cheese platters, but with mushrooms on them in various kind of slices and forms, and
Where the
nothing
fuck
but
is the
mushroom and
cheese?
mushroom wine.
Where is the
Gonna eat it.
cheese? There are no cheese platters on this
There
cheese. Travis.
There is a cheese-like substance that's made that appears to be some form of sliced blue mushroom.
Grumble,
At that time,
grumble.
we'll eat anything and everything, and is probably just like can't stop talking absolute gibberish in the corner.
Lena's not going to drink the wine, but she's going to eat everything else.
I'm
Is that
going
what
to tell
happens
you
when
the
Kaylee drinks what fast?
story of our Lord and
No, Kaylee
Savior
dies.
of the old god Melody.
Melody.
Does that ring a bell to the professor?
You do not have proficiency in religion, so it does not.
Do I not? Let me check.
No,
Ring a
that's
bell
what I
for
asked
any
you.
of-
I don't think I do.
Does that ring a bell for any of us? From...
Ooh, does anyone else have proficiency? It'll mean something to Gwent just by default because you're a cleric and have proficiency in religion. But does anyone else have proficiency in religion?
I actually don't have proficiency in religion.
What
I'm a
kind of
bad
cleric are you? You're such a bad cleric.
Bad cleric.
Your lapsed
Luma.
Catholic.
Then
Blue
you
one.
know nothing about this because this isn't directly your god.
You're the in-world version of me.
Lou, do you have it? Please say you have it.
I don't have proficiency in religion.
Damn it!
No
None of
one
you guys
needs
know
religion
anything about your
unless you're
gods.
religious. God.
You didn't study gods.
All my clerics
go.
have religion, even though it's an int-based skill. Hell,
This is-
Junkrat had proficiency in religion.
I was influenced by one specific one.
My god
This is a
is weird.
story of the
I didn't need
god
any other god.
Melody and one of her servants, the messenger who called for us and who we protect. They are the melody maker. They do the haunting tune that calls upon the agents of melody to one day piece together the information of where melody is. For she is lost, you see, throughout the cosmos, hiding from the Radiant Empire and from the fiendish god Archentome, the twisted magi and god of reality, who slaughtered and killed Melody's lover, Romeos, god of love.
Oh, God.
This is their story. The prophecy speaks that the one, an agent of melody, will come to call upon the messenger, one of several messengers scattered throughout the cosmos, that will each has a piece of where the hidden tomb of melody is. One of the renegade gods, one of the rebellion gods, who sought to find a way to other worlds. It is said that Melody herself did succeed in finding a path to another world. That if she did, she would send back agents who knew her tongue, who spoke her language and had her blood, that would help free this world, or find, or at least exodus this world to a new reality. But for that, we must awaken the Melody Maker. But the Melody Maker slumbers, does not have the energy, for the Melody Maker was deeply wounded during the final renegade war with the Radiant Empire and their fiendish mad gods, the Consumers, destroyed and banished those who dared oppose them. But that is a longer story that you should settle in for.
Looks at the point and says in Celestia, I'm guessing you're up then.
As that is where we're going to end for today.
Bizarre.
Does any weird shit happen because for those of us who've eaten any of the mushrooms, are they actually like fine?
I never had any.
I had the mushrooms, I didn't drink the
they're not
wine.
hallucinogenic. They're fine.
Okay, I was checking.
Is there a lid for the pot that assassin is in?
There does not appear to be.
Wow. Also, I
Just-
can breathe, so underwater. So
just slowly get drunker and drunker
Like,
inside
yeah,
the
pretty
pot.
much. I'm just
I don't
infusing
know
this
that.
wine.
The psychic flavored wine.
Yeah, psychic flavor.
But that is today's session. You have discovered an ogre biker gang and met the Were-Rat monks of the Order of Melody. Learn a little bit more about the previous gods and the Prime Wars before they were destroyed by one of the mad consumers, Arkentome. Potentially some sort of attempt by the renegade gods to potentially reach other worlds. Who knows if they were successful. But that's going to be us today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Tune in next week where we'll learn more of the Radiant Empire lore and potentially meet the Melody Maker if you are able to revive them. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, folks.
Bye.